Wow. Oh shit. What did I do? Fuck. Ah. I'm sorry, Ellie. I'll get you in here. Hi. Ellie, can you hear me? Because I cannot hear you. Ellie? Ellie?
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, yes, you're here.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Featuring feet.
I was like, oh no, what happened now?
It wouldn't be us if there was no scuff.
Exactly. I
What's up?
accidentally clicked like a random button in Discord. I went to user settings by accident in Discord instead of unmuting, and then everything got messed up, and I was like, no,
Everything's on fire.
everything's on fire.
Oh God. Okay, we got this though. We can hear
Yes.
each other. We're ready.
Yes, and I think your volume's good. Chat, is Ellie's volume good? Let me know.
My volume good? Am I too loud?
I highly doubt you're never too loud. You are not loud enough.
Yes! Get louder! Everybody turn up the volume. 100%.
Yeah. Also, somebody in my chat did a reveal panties color. You don't have to. I mean, if you want to, but if you want to, you can participate.
Who, me? Bold of you to assume I'm wearing panties.
I like it.
I
Panties
don't
off from
have,
me.
I can't take, I have a bikini. I could put my bikini on. That's like kind of panties, I guess. You're not gonna get banned, are you?
Delicious.
Wait a second. Wait. I didn't even think about where we are right now. What the heck?
Right? Well, I am
Oops.
wearing just a baggy t-shirt with a black lacy thong underneath. In the
Oh,
Meepers.
shit. Oh, in the Meavers. Okay, Meavers. I'm wearing my gym fit.
Nice.
I always wear black thong. I wear thongs to the gym. It's like the
Matching
only way
black
to go.
thongs.
Yeah, we're matching.
I hope the stream goes well. You saying that you're in your gym fit reminded me. I was actually at the gym earlier today, this morning, and the power went out. Literally,
No way.
literally, I'm lifting, and then the whole place goes pitch dark, and I was like, well, time to go.
Oh my gosh. At least you weren't on like the treadmill or something. Just like
Yeah.
sprinting on a treadmill and it just like the power goes out.
Dude, there were some people on bikes and stuff. They just kept going. They're just pedaling
Yeah.
in the dark. They're like, ain't gonna stop me.
I gotta get my gains.
Right? I thought it was weird because there was like a flash of like almost kind of like a brownout where the lights kind of went off or went really dim for like a second, and then
Oh.
and I was like, okay, that was weird. And then like 10 minutes later, no power, and I was like, oh,
Aw. Oh, that's too bad. Did you get a good workout in?
okay. Yeah, my legs were jello, so that's a good
Good.
sign.
Oh, that's the best kind of workout. When
I
you're
did
like
the mistake of
struggling to
doing
walk
squats
after, you're
first.
just
We gotta build up this big juicy thighs.
Yes! Hot girl summer incoming.
Exactly. We gotta maintain those abs and thighs in our bikinis of ours.
Hell yeah. Especially because we're such degens and we're just like always at our computers all the time. So
Exactly.
we have to work out. We have to.
Yeah, we have to. My watch all the time when I'm streaming is like, get off your ass.
Me too. I set mine so I have like a certain amount of steps per day and my watch literally bullies me if I don't.
For real. Mine too. It's
Yeah.
like, you didn't meet your target.
Yeah.
Like,
Excuse me. Excuse me, you still have 7,000 steps today. I'm like, I know, shut up.
3
Exactly.
months with
I'm
Thief.
lazy.
Loving
God.
every second with your Thief. Keep it up.
But I am always like, I guess, proud that usually when I go to my stats, because it compares you to other people as well, I'm usually above average.
Ooh.
So,
Hell yeah, you are.
like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, you are.
I get more steps. I can burn more calories.
Nice.
I'm like, that's
Yeah.
right. I'm ripped.
It's always like sometimes I go to the gym and I have a workout where I'm like expecting, like I work really hard and I'm like, I'm gonna burn so many calories. And then it's kind of like, eh. And then I have days where I'm not even like, I feel like I'm not even trying. And I look down and I'm like, oh my God, I burned so much. Like I wasn't even doing anything. How did this happen?
Yeah, I mean, if you have like a job and you walk all day and like you do like, I don't know, you can do cleaning for your job or something where you walk quite often, and you also do like at least light manual labor, you've burned calories like really fast.
Hell yeah, it's a good workout.
But now I'm a Twitch streamer and I sit on my ass all day.
Same. See, that's why I force myself to go every day, because it's just so easy to fall into that trap
Oh
of
yeah.
like, oh, I could just stay in this chair forever. And then we have to see the light of day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like to give you an idea, this morning, like before, like after I came home from the gym, I just sat on my couch and just played some Overwatch.
Honestly, amazing. This sounds so good.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, I lose like 9 out of 10 of my matches, but it's okay. I'm not addicted.
I'm not addicted. I could quit anytime.
I've gotten a lot better at Overwatch. I was training so I could play with Chibi and Ren on my collab stream last week, and I haven't touched Overwatch in like a year and a half. And and my chat's probably so sick of me talking about it, because like, any free time I get, I just play that now.
Aww. I don't think we'd ever get sick of you talking about it. It's adorable. I don't play Overwatch, but you know, maybe I gotta try.
Don't.
Is it fun? Don't? Oh, okay.
You'll fall into the trap,
Oh God, not another game to be
especially since it's
obsessed with.
free. It's a free to play
Oh.
game.
Oh, don't say that. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, like I said, I lose like 9 out of 10 of my matches, so hopefully that'll discourage anyone from falling into the trap that is Overwatch addiction.
It's all good. You're just gonna keep getting better, you know? And then one day you're gonna be losing like only 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
and then 7 out of 10, you know? It's the grind.
exactly. Well, Ellie, you're very cute. I love your little yellow headband.
Oh, thank you. Also
Your
know you.
thick, juicy thighs.
But these old things.
I am your #1 simp.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's great because I simp for you so hard. I simp for you so hard. Everybody, I'm the biggest simp in here, okay? Fuck you guys. I'm the #1 simp here, okay? Step aside.
Every time I see you, I'm just like, it's my queen. My queen.
Aww. That's my queen, my waifu, my Oshi.
Yes. Here's a diamond ring for you, babe.
Oh, I do.
You know, just,
I do.
Yeah, you just you just put that on, look even more like a boss queen, you know?
Hell yeah. Oh, that's a big diamond. Have any VTubers ever gotten married before? On stream, on twitch.tv?
I mean, technically, I did get married to Chibi for one day, but then she left me for Bowser
What?
the same day.
Okay, I mean...
She was like, you were just a phase.
I mean, Chibi does really love Bowser.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm more of a Shadow the Hedgehog fan myself.
Really? I didn't know that.
I have
So much sarcasm. I had no idea.
I totally don't have Shadow all over my studio right now. I totally don't.
See, I'm all about that xenomorph action. If any aliens are out there that want to abduct me, I am right here, honey. You could do whatever experiments you want. I'm here.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm ready. My body is ready.
The Underworld's crime boss experimentation lab.
Oh God, sounds hot.
Well, chat, if you notice behind me, I got some poison to look at, which is reddit.com. we are going to read some Am I the Asshole posts. I've never done this before, and Ellie's never done it before. And I've picked out a few. They're kind of old now, actually, because I picked these out like a while ago. Because I've actually been playing this for a while. But whatever, they're old. But I think it'll be fun. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be awesome because every time I see one of these, I don't know, I feel like if you have to ask if you're the asshole, you probably are, you know? So I'm curious to see what these are gonna be, and they look like they're gonna be a little spicy.
Oh yes, very spicy. I've only looked at the titles of each of these, you know, for in terms of picking them out. If they had an interesting title, then I saved them. So I don't know what's in any of these. I've never seen these before. Chat, you're also gonna participate. I will put up polls for each one, and then you guys can either say that they're the asshole or not the asshole.
Oh god. You're so brave. Guys, she's so brave for that, for like not even like reading them first. She's just like, I'm just gonna, we're just gonna go in. We're just gonna raw dog it. It's fine.
Raw dog it? I love it.
Yeah, we're just raw dogging life right now.
Hell yeah. No protection.
Yeah, fuck that. We don't need it.
But no pregnant, only breed.
Yes. No pregnant, only breed.
Well, I guess what I could do is I could read one, and then you read one, and then we'll discuss it. We'll duke it out.
Sure. Yeah, let's take turns. I like that idea.
All right, cool. Well,
do you want to start?
Yeah, I guess we could start. No further delays.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Just drink the poison.
Ah, yes, the poison. Please give it to me.
I'll take that with some extra poison.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for some cursed and cringe shit. I hope it's good. I hope it's juicy.
Hell yeah. So, this first one, very spicy. Am I the asshole for asking my roommates to remove their dildos from the bathroom mirror in a way that was not kind? Last night, one of my roommates, so sometimes they'll put like their age and gender identification like right next to their name, and it confuses me, and I'm like, I don't know how to read that. So 23-year-old female has roommates, 23-year-old male, 28-year-old female, wash their dildos in the bathroom sink and suction them onto the mirror to dry. I used the bathroom shortly after, and when I came out, knocked on their door, they said, "Who is it?" And I said, "Get your dildos off the bathroom mirror," and walked away. I went to bed later that night. The following morning, both dildos were still stuck to the mirror when I walked in. And again, when I told them to get their dildos out of the bathroom, they told me I need to ask them kindly instead of demanding.
What?
And I said that I shouldn't have to ask at all. We got into an argument about it. I'm worried that I may be the asshole because, yeah, I definitely didn't kindly ask, but it's not like I was mean or unkind either. As I stated above, I feel like I shouldn't have to ask at all for my roommates to not leave their dildos in the common area. And the insistence that I ask them kindly feels like them trying to derail from my request for dildos to not be left in the common area.
Wow. I can't believe my ex-roommate wrote this about me. What the fuck, man?
Damn. You don't want to see my bathroom. I got like dildos in each corner.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's the best place to put them, you know? Mm-hmm. Now, it's like they start overflowing from the bedroom. You gotta leave them in the bathroom.
Right. Now that I live alone, I don't have to ask about anybody fucking else getting all up in my business.
Exactly. Personally for this one, I don't think they're an asshole. I don't think that it was like, I think it's totally fair to be like, get these out of the bathroom, because if you have a shared space with someone and they don't want to see your fucking dildos hanging out, you know, I think they should respect that, you know?
Right, okay, I should have put up the poll. I'm not used to putting up polls. Hopefully it went through. Oh yeah, there it is.
I think so. I see it.
Cool.
There it is. Okay, chat. Am I the asshole? Yes or no? Oh, wow. Oh wow, this is like a resounding. Most people are saying no to this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a issue of boundaries. I'm so glad I don't have roommates anymore. I could tell you all day, girl, about the terrible roommates that I had.
Oh, I'd love to hear some roommate stories sometime.
Well, let's just say that I kind of didn't have my own room. It was like one of those lofts where you had the upstairs, but there's no walls or door. And
Okay.
it was fine because we, completely worked at different hours. And so I was like, well, they're never home. Whatever. Oh no, there's so much I could tell you. But basically, there was this one time that I had to go into the shared restroom between me and one of the other rooms. So there's like the living room in the middle, a bedroom on each side, and then the upstairs where I'm at. And then one
Okay.
time, one of my roommates kept, bringing guys over, which fine. I mean, she's in our private, bedroom, whatever. But I didn't have to go in her bedroom to get to the bathroom, but you had to open up a door, and then it's the bathroom, and then immediately to your left is the door to her bedroom.
Okay.
Or maybe it was just a doorway. I don't exactly remember. This is a long time ago. But she
Right.
had, like, this guy over, and, like, I was trying to not be super awkward. And I was like, okay, if they're getting it on, then I don't want to go into the bathroom. So I listened for any, little sussy noises. Did not hear anything. And then I was like, okay, go into the bathroom, and I hear, oh.
No!
I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh man, I
Let's
made
get
a
out of
huge
here.
mistake. You're just like on the toilet doing your thing. Like, meanwhile.
Well, I was trying to do my hair, I think. I was trying to iron my hair.
Oh, okay.
And dude, it was dead quiet. Well, like, I listened for like maybe 30 seconds, dead silence. And then as soon as I get into the bathroom, it's, I'm like, girl,
Jesus.
okay, I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's the thing about having a shared space. It's like, oh, even if you're trying to be like respectful, it's never gonna work. I like having my own space.
Same.
Kind of, yeah, because then you can just be free and do whatever you want, and you get to walk around naked.
Somebody in my chat said they were waiting for you.
They like that. They're into that.
Right? I would have joined too had it not been, so late at night and had to be at work in the morning. I'd be like, all
Fair,
right, let me
very
join you.
fair. I'm gonna hop right
party.
in there. Oh shit, that's a
But
good
also,
one.
I'm never
That's-
like invited to those things, so
Oh,
there's
I would invite you.
threesome with Ellie.
Let's go.
Go.
Yeah, but that's like assuming I would ever have anyone over, but forever alone. So.
Same girl, same. I'm too socially awkward.
Yeah, we're fucking VTubers, man. Like we're
Same.
not having
That's
sex.
already
Are
a
you
red
kidding
flag.
me? What is sex anyway? I don't know what that is.
See, you
Fifi, what is sex?
so you have between your legs what's called a coochie,
Oh,
and then
okay.
men have between their legs a cock and balls. It's a little stick.
Oh,
It sticks out of their body, and then they
Okay.
can shove it inside you over and over again
whoa.
until you go to sleep.
Wow. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Who wants to try that with a... Just kidding.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Or I'll meet you guys at the movie theater.
The movie theater, oh god.
No one can see.
We're gonna be the next ones in the Am I the Asshole? It's gonna be like the movie theater guy being like, am I the asshole for kicking out these two hot chicks in the movie theater who were like getting dirty?
I'm like, well, you can't even hear us. I mean, John Wick 4's playing.
Oh my god, that would be the perfect movie to have in the background. You're a genius.
Exactly. So I guess on this one, we can both agree that no, they're not the asshole.
Nah, I think it's totally fair. I don't think they need to ask nicely. It's a shared space, be respectful.
Yeah. So, you do want to read this next one? I'm gonna get it up. Here we
Sure.
are.
Okay. I've got it. It says, am I the asshole for continuing to sleep nude despite my neighbors being able to see into my bedroom? Wow, this is like a common theme that we were just talking about.
Let's see. Should I have privacy or should I show it off to the world? Hello, world. Here's my
Hello.
big Here's my huge titties.
They're massive. Oh my god.
The female body is meant to be admired.
Agreed. And I very much admire the female body.
Although my logic doesn't work here because according to this, it's a 28-year-old dude.
Oh, let's see what he's got to say. So I'm a 28-year-old dude, and I've been living in my house for a few years now. One of the main reasons I chose this place was because my bedroom faced east, allowing me to wake up to the morning sunlight. Most mornings, I wake up before my alarm goes off just because the sunlight coming through the window waking me up. There used to be a tree line that provided a natural barrier between my house and any potential neighbors, so I never saw the need for curtains or blinds, along with they are expensive as hell for the nice ones. I see where this is going. Recently, my neighborhood expanded, and most of the tree line my bedroom was facing was cut down to build new houses. So boom, then there's a house. Was built right across from mine, and their window has a clear view into my bedroom. I've always been comfortable sleeping nude, and wasn't an issue when there were no neighbors around. But not long after the people moved in, the father from the house came over to my house and pretty much told me to stop being nude in front of my windows since his family can see inside my bedroom. He wasn't nice about it.
He wasn't nice about it.
Well, that's another theme. It's like they want to be asked nicely not to do fucking dumbass shit. Okay.
Someone
But
in
he
chat
wasn't
said,
mean
"Oh
about
no,
it.
father."
No, father! Not the father. He wasn't mean about it. Somewhat surprised, but understood. Oh, he wasn't mean about it either, just matter of fact. Like, he gave me an order of fully expected it to become done. Like I was his kid or his employee. I was somewhat surprised, but understood his concern, so I made an effort to be more mindful of my nudity when in view of the window. I stopped cleaning and making my bed before getting dressed. I'd hop out of bed, walk into my closet, and at least put on shorts, then go about my morning chores. Okay. That being said, I still sleep nude, and I occasionally end up being visible to the neighbors for a brief moment after waking up. The father came over again, leading to an argument between us. I told him I was trying my best to be considerate, but there's only so much I can do, and that it's my house and I'm not changing my lifestyle because they moved in. He threatened to call the police and said I was being a menace to the neighborhood, whatever the hell that means. So, am I the asshole for continuing to sleep nude even though my neighbors can see into my bedroom? Oh my god. That's a doozy. That's
Man,
what do you think?
I can't believe, I could have almost wrote this post myself.
relatable?
In a way, yes. At my old apartments, this is when I started living alone. I lived on the top floor, and Shota, my cat, always wanted outside. And whenever he wasn't outside, he wanted to look out the window. And so I always had, like, my blinds open. And sometimes I just walked across the window. Just completely nude. I never got any complaints or anything, but I didn't fucking care.
I would not be complaining.
all of like the family units were like below me, like on the bottom floor. All of like the single bedroom and studio apartments were at the very top. So it was all the other single people just directly looking at me from across the way. And there was no direct, I can look straight into this other person's window. Like, we weren't next to each other. It was, like, at an angle. So I was like, no one can see me anyway. And if they do, well, they'll get a show.
Ooh, a free show for free. Also, the poll is up. I want to know what everyone has to say about this one, because...
Yeah, put up the poll.
Yeah.
83% say no, 17% say yes.
Yeah. I've got a story. It only happened like once though, but I order food a lot, and I forgot that I ordered some food. Um, and my cat goes outside, but he sits outside the door. Like he doesn't go very far. He just sits like kind of on the patio outside my door. So I always get up and I go to like let him in, right? But I'm often naked in my house. Like I am not full disclosure. Like I'm always naked in my house.
Same.
Like I don't like clothes very much. If I wear them, it's not much, especially when it's hot. So my door is one of those doors that has like a window, like it's a half window door, right?
Oh yeah.
So I hear some sounds and I think it's my cat because I fucking forgot that I ordered something. So I get up and I go to the door and I come face to face with this delivery guy and I'm just like fully naked and he got the full show and it took me a second to even realize that I was naked because I'm just so used to being naked alone.
There's your tip, sir.
Yeah. I felt really bad. I did give him a big tip after. I felt really fucking bad. I was like, I swear I didn't do that on purpose. I'm not like that. I swear.
Ellie, you and I are birds of a feather because I've done that several times.
Oh my god.
I'm always naked.
Of course you have.
I don't like wearing clothes.
Yeah, or like sometimes you just have your titties out, you know, got your like
Exactly.
pajama shorts or something. Yeah. I don't know, it gets hot. I don't want to put a shirt on. It's fucking hot in here.
So yes, I've
yeah.
answered the door naked.
Oh.
And I knew I was naked too. I'm just like, hey, what's up? Or okay, I'll specify. I put it as contactless delivery. Just so like I don't have to meet them at the door. Like what if I'm in the bathroom, and then
Yeah.
somebody rings the doorbell like, oh well, I just got to like make them wait. No, I just do contactless, you know. But sometimes they don't see that or something because like they still ring the doorbell and wait. I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna make them wait.
That's your problem. Yeah, like
that's your
that's
problem at
their
that
fault,
point.
not your fault. Yeah. For this one, am I the asshole on this one? I don't think that he's an asshole for wanting to like be nude, but I think maybe he could get like some of those you know those curtains that are kind of sheer so it still lets the sunlight in,
Yeah.
but it blocks it a little bit more. Like maybe he just could get some curtains. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, curtains don't completely block out sunlight. If he wants to wake up to sunlight, you know, especially if you have blinds, like blinds block out sunlight even less. I know he said he doesn't want to spend the money, but like, if you own a house, if you at least have the money to buy a house, you should have the money to buy some fucking blinds, and just like have like a slight, you know, just tilt them a little bit so a little sunlight is still coming through. I mean,
Yeah.
I have in my room, I have on my window blinds and a curtain over it. That's just the way my house, you know, was set up already, and like I don't have an issue with it, so I didn't change it. But yeah, I have blinds and a curtain over it, and
There you go.
I still get sunlight on me. Like if I wake up at like 10, 11, it's bright as shit in my room.
Yeah.
So this, I feel like, I don't know, I don't like the way he was like saying, oh, he fully expected to be done like I was his kid or his employee. I was like, he sounds like kind of petty.
Yeah, he does, because it's like, how are you supposed to say it to somebody? I think also, here's the thing, it would just be like a nice thing to do to like, you know, be respectful, but at the same time, he doesn't really have to, right? Because he's in his own house. Like, aren't you allowed to do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're in your own house and you're not, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you can't call the cops on somebody for being naked in their house, can you?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Any
I have
lawyers
something...
in the chat?
Yeah, any lawyers? Okay, so I just remembered as well, my kitchen, there's a window, and I often will be in my kitchen, and I'll be naked. And one time I looked out the window and I noticed my neighbor's house, and their kitchen also has a window, and it's across from mine, and they've got a full frontal view of my titties, and I was really
Hell yeah.
embarrassed. The next day, I go to my kitchen, and they're blind, like their curtains are closed. And they've never opened them in their kitchen again. But to be fair, she's like a little old lady, so I don't want to, you know, give her a frighten. I don't want to give her a startle. But yeah, it's
Sorry,
like
Grandma.
if they really don't, yeah, if they don't like it, maybe they could do something so they don't have to see it, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah. I feel like he's not wrong for like just want to be naked. You know, he's like us. We can relate to him a certain level. Man just wants to be naked. But if your neighbors have a problem with it, there's ways to compromise. I feel like he is not like the asshole for wanting to be naked in his own house. But I feel like he's the asshole for not really putting in effort to get along with his neighbors.
Yeah, that's just the fact of life. Like, we all have to coexist, and sometimes it's just nicer to just. You know what? I would say he is kind of an asshole. Like, it's easier to just not be an asshole, right?
Yeah. So I'm like kind of, you know, there's like you know how in Am I the Asshole? There's like either not the asshole, you are the asshole, or everybody sucks here. ESH. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
So for me, I'm going with everybody sucks here, because
Yeah.
I mean, man wants to be naked, whatever. I want to be naked. But if my neighbor was like, hey, you know, don't do that. You're very thick and juicy, but we don't want to see that.
Oh
Also,
God,
like somebody.
not your.
So also like somebody in my chat brought up, oh, if he's a dad, that means he also has kids too.
True. Like, he said family. He's like, my family sees you. So it's kind of like, but maybe he could have asked a little bit, you know, like he could have been like, hey man, like, I know that you're comfortable in your own home, but like, just to let you know, me and my family, we see your pee-pee every morning. So maybe you could not do that.
Hey man, I don't want to wake up and see your dick when I get up for work.
Yeah.
fucking
Hey
window.
man, nice cock, very impressive. But I just don't want my family to have to see that every morning. Maybe you should, close your damn curtains.
Yeah, actually, a little bit surprised by this one. So 85% said they're not the asshole, and 15% said yes, they are the asshole. For me, I feel like just everyone sucks here.
Yeah,
He
I think that.
He could have probably put
There's,
in
like,
more effort to compromise, you know?
Yes, I do think so. I think there could be like maybe, I don't think it's wrong for him to want to be naked in his own home, but that house coming up, he's like, oh, that's not my problem. But it's like, well, you got to coexist somehow, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Or just like,
I like I said, I like to be naked. Sometimes my windows are open because it brings in more sunlight. Sometimes, my lawnmowers will come. It's only like $20 a month because I have such a small lawn. So, and like, I don't have a lawnmower, so I have people mow my lawn. If they see me naked through the window, I'm like, whoops, sorry.
yeah, it's one of those things that like sometimes it just accidentally happens. But I guess if it's like an everyday type thing, then maybe the neighbors should get some curtains. I don't know.
Yeah, and like I said, I have blinds and a curtain over my window. It's still bright as shit in my room in the morning. Especially if, like he said, his window faces east, so the sun is like right in his window first thing in the morning. He can get like blinds that are majorly closed but not all the way closed. You'll still get probably like the same amount of sunlight, and you'll still be like a respectful neighbor. Like I said, I like to be a neighbor. I like to be a neighbor. I don't like to be a neighbor. But I like to be naked, but I'm not gonna be like a monster.
Yeah, like I
fuck
don't know. I have
you.
respect for people. That's the thing. It's like I just wish people could have respect for each other and then compromise a little. But you know what? He's in the right. I don't think he has to do anything that he doesn't want to. But it's also like, I don't know, if you're making somebody uncomfy, why wouldn't you want to, do something to not make them uncomfy? I don't know. This is a tough one. They're all kind of assholes in this situation.
Oh yes. So I'm gonna make a new poll for the next one. Oh shit! What'd I press?
That's a good one.
Yeah, kind of gets the discussion going. I mean, I'm a fucking degenerate. I would major say he's not the asshole, but if it's for the sake of getting along with your neighbor, do something.
It's like a neighborly thing you could do, but you don't have to. Like, there's no, like Vexby said, I think it would be considered public indecency standing naked in front of an open window. But he's
Yeah.
not standing there like, haha, look into my penis. Like, he's not standing there.
Look
for
into my
he's-
penis.
Yeah, look into it. Squint into
Open
my
your third
eye. No, he's. Oh my god.
We have
it's
to
not
be
like you
related.
or I.
We're so alike.
Yeah. I know, we really are. Oh my god, I'm so glad that we like connected recently because you were so fun. But it's like, okay, if let's flip it. Like if it was you or I, you know, and like let's say your lawnmower came by and your titties were out and they accidentally saw them. I don't think that's grounds for them to be like, oh my god, you're like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna call the cops on you. But if you were like sitting at your window with your like, you know, your legs like spread eagle, like hi, I think then that they could definitely.
Also, if it's
that
illegal, you
might be a
shouldn't
little
do
indecent.
it.
Yeah, that's a little indecent, I think.
Yeah, because somebody said it would be considered public indecency if the public sees you. I guess, like, maybe that's for some states, maybe not all. I don't know. It's important to know your local law.
Yeah. Fuck the police. That's
They're like,
a good,
but
good
officer, don't you like this? And just point to yourself.
one. Are you gonna cuff me, officer?
Oh. Take me down to the station, punish me.
Oh my god. Ooh, all right.
All right.
I like this story.
Same. I think we said enough on it. Let's go to the next
Yep.
one. Am I the asshole for kicking my maid of honor out of my wedding 2 weeks before? I love good wedding drama.
Ooh, spicy drama.
Yes, my ex-maid of honor and I had been friends for a decade prior to asking her to be my maid of honor a year ago. We have always had a great relationship. We have multiple same interests, and we would go to flea markets, antique shopping, boring. We would go on couples dates to the movies and dinner, and we enjoyed gardening and plants. I would like to preface that our styles have never been the same to our clothing, hairstyles, and even tattoo styles. A year ago, I asked my maid of honor and bridesmaids to be at my wedding, and I had made cute little boxes with a row for getting ready the day of. A cut, spa, candles. Shit, this is hard to read. Customized cup
Reading
with
is hard.
Same, reading is hard.
Well,
Customized.
I like it. I like how we're like, let's do this like, am I the asshole thing where we read, and both of
Can't
us are
fucking
just
read.
shit at reading.
Sorry, guys, I'm fucking illiterate.
Okay.
You think I did good in English? Nope.
Dude,
didn't.
no. School's hard. My brain hurty.
Same. I'm so glad I'm not in school anymore.
Same.
I was like, peace
Oh,
out,
shit.
bitches. I'm out. Customized cup with their names on it, jewelry for the wedding, and a color swatch for the dress. I let everyone pick their own dress. It just needed to be wedding appropriate and no excessive cleavage. Hey, you can wear whatever I want to my wedding if I ever have one, you know? Right? Like,
Yeah.
obviously no fucking wedding dress, you know what I mean? But just come in like just titties out, like, hey guys, boing 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 boing.
Show up boobing boobily.
Show up very boobily. Then we would make everything look cohesive with hair, makeup, and accessories. I thought this would be the best and easiest way to do it. I was definitely wrong. We had decided on nude classic shoes. They were still able to choose their own shoes as long as it was a nude classic shoe. The hair and makeup we chose are elegant and classic. The jewelry had already been purchased and given to them. About 3 months ago, everything started to go downhill. First it was the shoes. She came over one day to help me with wedding stuff. When she arrived, she showed me her shoes for the wedding. They were gladiator style heels. Okay, I don't wear heels. I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know either, but I know what a gladiator is. Do you think it's like a strappy kind of sandally looking thing?
Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I don't wear heels, so I don't know what gladiator means.
I'm just picturing like, have you seen the movie Gladiator?
Yes, that's what
Okay.
I was imagining.
Yeah, I'm picturing
This
fucking
is
what's
Sparta!
yeah, or like or 300 or
Gladi-
something, or that's
Well,
300, but it's
okay.
the same sort of shit. It's the same shit.
There's 300 with gladiators in it, and then there's the movie Gladiator. I have seen both.
And they're all just,
They're all
I mean,
fucking
they're
same,
really
whatever.
awesome. But yeah, they wear those like strappy sandal things. I'm just picturing like, what's his name? Leonidas wearing like these high heels, like strappy, these like Spartans with their shields just like strutting. They're just like, yes,
art of
they're like
that.
high heels. We do. I need this in my life. I think more muscly dudes should wear high heels, or just people in general. You know,
Yes.
every once in a while, you should just whip it out because I feel like that's
Slay
a good look.
it. Just walk
Slay!
in.
It makes your booty pop.
Yes. And your feet hurt really bad.
Yeah, fuck high heels, honestly.
So she then
Okay.
proceeded to tell me that the shoes I had bought for the wedding / the style I had chosen was like grandma style. Then it was the hair. I had posted in the group chat a couple of nice elegant hairstyle ideas. She proceeded to freak out about and went off on me and the other bridesmaids that she wouldn't be doing any of that elegant crap. Then it was the earrings and jewelry that everyone received in their box when they accepted being in the wedding a year ago. She was going to buy a different pair of earrings because she didn't like the style of the earrings. Last Wednesday, I was to the point of not caring anymore. I was just tired of arguing about everything. Then Thursday, my bridesmaids informed me of several awful things she was saying about my fiance and I. Friday, I kicked her out of the wedding. I had one of my bridesmaids with me when I did it in case it went badly. She went absolutely crazy and blamed me for being a bridezilla and that I'm an asshole for kicking her out of the wedding. Am I the asshole?
Hell no!
No.
Are you kidding me? Hell no, she's not the asshole.
Get that
other-
toxicity out of here.
Exactly! That is not a real friend. That is not a good friend right there.
And you have the right to kick out anybody that you want to.
Yeah. It's like your event, it's your day. You know, she's like, obviously weddings could be expensive. She's like spending fucking money on this. Like, if she wants it to be a certain way and that person agreed to be in the bridal party, you just do it. Like, what's the problem?
Right? if like I knew this chick, like if I was this bride and I knew this chick and she had all these opinions as if they matter, I'd be like,
Yeah.
are you paying for it, bitch? Are you gonna pay
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah, like, excuse me, is this your wedding? Is this your day? I don't fucking think so. That just sounds to me like somebody who wants to make it all about themselves, which is like
Exactly.
a shitty friend. Honestly, that's a shit friend right there. And if she didn't want to, then why'd she agree to it? Like, that's weird.
Yeah, and like I can understand not liking certain things, but like it's not your fucking day. Just
Yeah.
suck it up, you know? If you're
So
her friend,
what
just
a-
be like, cool.
One of my best friends is getting married in September, and I've been invited to be in the bridal party. I don't really wear dresses or high heels or like fancy stuff. I just never really do. I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna have to do it. And you know what? I'm gonna fucking suck it up, and I'm gonna put that shit on. I'm gonna slap on the high heels, and I'm going to hobble down the runway. I don't know. What do they do? I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna do
procession?
my best. Yeah, because she's my friend, and I love that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, the fact that I was even invited is, like, really nice. So,
I haven't been to a wedding
Yeah.
since I was like 5.
I went to my cousin's wedding. I got fucking wasted. It was great. They put me at the rowdy table.
They're like, alright, bitch, just settle down, go over here.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll never understand people who can't just let others have their moment, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I get being like, if there really are like a toxic bridezilla and like they're just walking all over you and just being a total piece of shit to you, like degrading you, whatever, then be like, yeah, I don't think I need to be a part of this because that would be on the bride being terrible. But yeah,
Yeah.
it just sounds like this chick is terrible to the bride.
Yep. All across the board, I agree.
There was have you ever heard the YouTube channel Charlotte Dobre?
Yes.
Do you watch her?
No, not. I know who she is, but I don't really watch her.
So I watch her like pretty much every day. She makes a lot of drama videos, like TikTok drama and wedding drama from Emma the Ansel posts just like this. And actually, I would say like 60% to 70% of her videos are about like wedding drama, mainly with like mother-in-laws and stuff. But she'll go over stuff
Right.
like this too. And I think I'm like, well, I've seen enough wedding drama on the internet. Where if I was invited to be someone's bridesmaid, I'd be like, hell no, goodbye.
You're on your own. Oh man.
And also, I feel
It's-
like, I don't know, being a bridesmaid, like the whole culture just feels like kind of like a competition.
Yeah. I personally, if like, I don't think I'll ever get married, but if I ever did, I would just want it to be like a small, intimate thing with like my closest friends and family. And like, I don't know, I don't think it needs to be that fancy. Like, what is it? You're literally just marrying someone that you love. Like, why does it have to be such a big deal?
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
know.
go to Vegas, have Elvis marry you. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Or if I always thought about it and I was like, okay, if I actually met someone and got married, I would love to like go, I don't know, camping or something and have like barbecue. Like everyone brings their own barbecue stuff and we
Oh,
just
that
like have a
sounds
big
great.
bonfire. Like, you know, you could get married at the beach or something like that. And like, I don't know, it would just be really chill. And like, we can have like bring your own booze too. Just like get drunk and have fun.
Sorry,
like any other day.
my model keeps perpetually looking left. I'm not sure why. I need to recalibrate.
Yeah.
Recalibrate.
That's a hard one. Yeah, I always have to do that. My models be doing things. I'm like, it's not me, I swear.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like being a bridesmaid's fine if like you have a ton of friends, but if you don't
Yeah.
have like hardly any friends, which the older you get, the smaller your group of friends, you know, becomes. You know, I'm just like, I don't really see the point of all that, especially if like some people who aren't a bridesmaid will be like, well, why wasn't I a bridesmaid? I've been friends with you for like 8
Yeah.
years, you know.
Yeah, or you can have like so many friends or something, and then it's like, I don't know who do you choose? Like, right? I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it should just be two people celebrating each other and like, you know, and their love, and then everybody who shows up should just be there for them, right?
Yeah, exactly. No need to
Yeah.
like, you know, have all this drama going on. Like, it's shoes
Yeah.
and earrings, ma'am. Get the fuck over yourself.
Can we have friend weddings where people just like marry their not actually marriage, but like you just get together and you're just like, yeah, we're here to celebrate how fucking awesome my friend is, or like, you know, and then everybody shows up and we're like, yeah, we're gonna party, and you do the whole thing and everybody dresses up, it looks all nice, and you're like, and then you get to read a thing, like you get to say your vows where you're like saying nice things about each other. That'd be really cool.
That would be cool. So,
Yeah.
pretty easy decision for chat. 90% said no, 6% said yes, and 4% everyone sucks here. I'm kind of interested to know, like, the 5 people who said that this bride is the asshole.
Yeah, who said that? Maybe they're entitled to their opinion.
Oh, I thought something broke. But, I mean,
Oh,
like,
God.
I feel like some people are like, if a bride demands anything, she's a bridezilla.
Yeah, but people gotta realize, like, that shit's expensive. That shit, and
Yeah.
also, it's not even about them. It's about the people getting married. I don't know. Like, I just feel strongly about it because, like, one of my besties is getting married, and I care a lot about her, and I care a lot about her fiance, and I'm like, if anybody fucking messes with you,
I got the
swear to
red
God.
wine in hand, bitch. Oh,
I
that's
do,
going on
bitch.
you.
Yeah, I know, I'm gonna smash that bottle, and I'm just gonna have this jagged bottle in my hand, and
Well, I was thinking more of like a story that I saw on one of Charlotte's videos of like this this friend of hers was getting married, and somebody, I can't remember if it was the mother-in-law or just like some guest at the wedding, they also wore a white dress to the wedding. That was also
Oh.
lacy and elegant. They're like, she wore a fucking wedding dress to this chick's wedding. And this
Jeez.
boss queen was like, I got you, girl. And she had a red wine in her hand, and she was like, oops, tripped, quote unquote, and got it all over her dress. I was like,
Oh my
let's
God.
go.
Oh my, bitches be wild. I'm scared. I'm scared of weddings. Oh my, I'm scared of this wedding now.
Weddings are scary. I don't ever want to get married. I don't want to deal with all this sort of shit.
It's got an open bar, so that's all I care about.
Right? Just go there
And
to
my
get
friend.
drunk and head out.
Yep.
Free
Yeah.
alcohol.
Honestly, I'm just scared I'm gonna trip walking down the aisle, but I think I'll be good. I think I'll be good. I'll just, you know, suck it up. I can walk in heels. It's fine. I'll do it for my friend. She's worth it.
Or you can maybe be like, hey, can I wear heels in the ceremony and then change out to more comfortable shoes in the reception? You know, something
That's
like
what
that.
I'm planning. She said that I can like bring my Converse and I can just wear those, and I think that's a really cute look. Like a
Awesome.
cute little like dress with like chucks. I think they look really cute.
Hell yeah. I wear, I sometimes, you know, wear like these really punk looking skirts, and well, the only thing that really looks good with those is my, like, Van shoes.
Oh hell yeah, that's such a look. They look like a mega babe.
Hot Topic actually has some pretty good looking punk skirts.
Ooh.
Punk skirts and punk
I-
dresses.
I don't wear skirts or dresses, but maybe I should. Maybe I should get one.
I don't wear them very often. I would say like 1% of the time I go out in public, my outfit's gonna be involving a skirt or dress, and like it's like a punk skirt dress, you know, sort of outfit.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's really fucking comfortable. But the reason why, one of the main reasons why I don't ever really wear them is because it's always so fucking windy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hello, peekaboo. What's that?
Somebody in my chat did say that, and this is good to mention, that when people make these posts on Reddit, they don't, of course, have, we of course don't have the entire story, we only have
Right.
their perspective. So it is good to have a level of skepticism, but I don't know, with this one, they're saying that they're really talking with their friends, other people, about the shit that she was talking behind their back to these other friends. So
Yeah. And like the part that really got me was like the earrings part. Like she bought specific jewelry that she wanted them to wear, and they all agreed to it like a year ago. And then when it came time to do it, the person was like, "I don't want to."
yeah,
To
all
me,
of a
I'm
sudden
like,
she has
that-
a problem.
I know. I'm like, just wear the fucking earrings. Like, why is it a big deal?
Oh
like,
shit,
what
they
the
can
heck?
Cardi Rob for the 5 gifted subs. Hell yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. More. Give more. Give more right now. More.
Harder. Faster.
Stronger. Please. More. Okay. Should we do
Hell
the
yeah.
next one?
Yeah. Let's do the next one.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for avoiding my husband and his friends in public?
Ooh.
No, you're not.
No.
My husband Derek is. Oh, it's actually your turn to read.
Oh, is it? Okay, I can do, yeah. My husband, Derek, is wonderful, but he has a habit that I'm not a fan of. He loves fishing for compliments about his looks. See, my husband is very good looking. Oh no, what a terrible thing that is.
Right?
He has some feminine and some masculine features that work well together, and he is objectively more beautiful than I am.
Hell yeah.
Derek is not shy about flaunting it. He's very extroverted and he loves to fish for compliments. We've had a couple of rude people tell us over the years that our marriage doesn't make sense because he's more beautiful than me. What?
Hello?
Oh my god. I would be like, fuck you. Your face doesn't make sense. Jeez.
I would say, well, it sounds like you're jealous of who I married, and maybe you should take a look at yourself.
Yeah, seriously. Fucking rude. Recently, we moved for my job and my husband had a new friend group. They're like him, fun, extroverted people. Except several people in the group are very critical of me, especially my looks compared to my husband. Derek has always laughed it off, saying that they were teasing or asking if I don't think he's beautiful. And I have to reassure him that I do. I've talked to him about his friends, but haven't pushed the issue because he loves his friends. Every time I meet them, I feel more and more uncomfortable and criticized. I decided that our paths didn't need to cross and remove myself from the situation. My husband and I went shopping downtown, and we separated for a bit to get things. A couple of his friends were also out then, and they happened to see him and started to chat. I saw Derek and his friends, and he waved me over, but I did not want to deal with that situation. I turned around and left and texted him that I would take the subway home. I came home later that night, and Derek sat me down and said I made him very hurt with my behavior. He said it felt like I didn't love him anymore and wanted to leave. That this was the last straw in my behavior. I explained that I loved him, and I knew how much he needed his friends, and I've created distance so that he can keep both. He started sobbing and said some things I couldn't understand. Am I the asshole? Huh?
All right, chat.
What?
All right, chat. Decide. Are they the asshole? What do you think, Ellie? This sounds a little bit weird.
I think he's kind of the asshole. Yeah, like...
The OP is?
Yeah, no. I don't think the OP is. I think their partner is. Like, it's one thing... Okay, I like that... Okay, because the OP is trying to respect their own boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they don't feel, like, valued and if they don't feel comfortable and they feel insulted by this guy's friends, they shouldn't have to hang out with them. You
Yeah.
know, like they shouldn't have to. Honestly, I'm just shocked that the husband doesn't stand up for their partner. Like if my friends were talking shit about my partner, they would not be my friends. I would be like, you better fucking check yourself before you talk shit about the love of my life. It sounds to me like this guy is very manipulative. And especially the whole, he made himself the victim, right? He was like, you hurt me, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, but what about the other person's feelings, right?
Yeah, I like what Tomsy said in chat. It said, this sounds like some high school shit, and it really does.
Yeah, it does. It's fucking weird. Like, don't take that, anyone. Like, if people are talking shit about you, you do not need them in your life. Like, they're just teasing. I know it's gaslighting. Like that's not okay. You don't say you guys don't make sense because you're not as attractive as him. Like what the fuck? Like in the beginning of it, I was a little skeptical of OP because it sounded almost like they were kind of jealous of his looks, right? Mm-hmm. But then as you kept reading, we were saying, well, people would always point that out and people would always like belittle them and insult them. And the fact that the husband never stood up for them is like a big red flag for me.
In my opinion, I'm actually going to go with a less popular opinion and say that everyone sucks here. There's clearly a very big lack of communication on both parts. I mean, I don't think that OP ever says, like, they really ever talked it out at any point. Like, hey, sometimes your friends say hurtful things about me and my looks, and, you always get a lot of compliments on your looks, and you talk about it quite often, but if she really feels this way, tell them, like, I feel very ugly compared to you because of that. And I just, like, hate how there's always, like, a focus on how you're so out of my league. And I know that, you like compliments because you ask them for them all the time. But it just makes me feel, like, vastly inferior. So I don't want to be standing next to you like that because I feel embarrassed. However, I think that avoiding them in public was the wrong way to go about it. Because, like I said, there needed to be way better communication here. I don't think that her ignoring him and his friends in public was the right move because that does embarrass him. And like, two wrongs don't make a right. If she avoids him in public in front of his friends, that doesn't make him look good. And I do think that what the husband said isn't right either. That, oh, I don't think you love me anymore, blah, blah, blah. What the fuck
for
you
me,
talking about?
the part here that it says, Derek sat me down and said I made him very hurt with my behavior. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Communicating, it's good. Yeah. He said it felt like I didn't love him anymore and wanted to leave. That this was the last straw in my behavior. Okay, personally, if that's the last straw, like I don't think that their behavior, like, it sounds to me, if we're gonna trust OP and what OP says in this, it sounds to me like they did try to communicate how they felt about it, right? Like, it sounds like they did. So it's kind of like, to me, it just sounds like the husband doesn't really want to be with them.
I mean, it's possible.
Like maybe it's
I guess
over.
it's just not made clear by the OP. I feel like maybe there needs to be more information. But yeah, this was also a very strange thing for him to say. This is the last straw in my behavior. Like, what else did they do?
In OP's behavior. I know, exactly. Like, what else
just
did they do?
Out of left field.
And also, if that was the worst that they did, it's not that big a deal. Like, really, it's not for them to just leave. Like, I don't know. If it does make him look bad, but it's also like, if you're uncomfortable in a situation, like, I don't personally think there's anything wrong with like removing yourself. But at the same time, I don't know. Lack of communication, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, if, you know, between, taking yourself out of the situation, ignoring them is the scenario versus her, like, blowing up and, you know, losing control of her emotions in front of everybody. Going home by yourself and ignoring them is the better outcome. I just think that, like, I don't know, in that moment, I'm not saying in general, just in that moment, I'm a person that doesn't really like to air their dirty laundry in public. Mm-hmm. And I feel like she didn't really need, in that moment, needed to ignore him in public like that, because it just brings negativity, you know?
Yeah,
but
totally.
I would just say everybody sucks here in general, just because, like...
Yes, yeah.
The husband's wrong. In that moment, now she was asking, am I the asshole for avoiding my husband and his friends in public? She was the asshole for avoiding it in that moment. Not because she is an asshole, but it was just kind of like an asshole move of, like, you did nothing really but make yourself look bad.
Yes.
So it really just didn't do her any favors. Also, Laughing Alone did make a good point. It could be the husband feels insecure and feels like he doesn't feel attractive enough for his wife, so he likes to be around hype men and make himself feel worthy, but he doesn't realize he's pushing his wife away because his hype men degrade her value.
But, like, it's hard to say because we just don't get much context from just, like, one story.
Exactly.
You know, like, that could be the case, but there could also be so many other things going on. And, like, I don't know. It just seems to me like this
Time
relationship
flies. See you guys later if you are still on later show.
You know, they need to work on that, both of them. And I think you're right. I think we can all agree they're kind of both a little bit of the asshole here, maybe.
All right, have a good night, Night Spark. Said see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have a weird feeling in my gut about it.
Yeah,
I have a weird, because to me it's the part where people would openly insult her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's
he
very
didn't do anything about it. That's the part that I'm like, your friends are telling your wife that your relationship makes no sense because she's not as attractive as you. And he's like, oh, they're just teasing. It's just a joke. Like, that's fucked up.
It is.
If I'm gonna be with somebody, my partner had better hype me the fuck up no matter what. And if somebody ever talks shit about me, they better be like, that's a goddess right there, and like, you do not talk shit about the love of my life, you know?
Yeah. No, instantly, if I had a significant other, everyone was talking shit about me behind my back, and then you didn't stand up for me, be like, no, you don't get to talk about her that way. If they did not do that, and they were like, oh, I'm like, well, you're a fucking pussy, and I'm out of here, you know?
It's like different people have different things, but I just feel like you just gotta know your worth in a relationship and know that, you know, whoever your partner's gonna be, well, they have to be your number one hype person. They have to be, and she has to do that for him too, right? So,
yeah, I feel like it's just everyone sucks here because, like we were saying earlier, it just sounds like high school shit. Everyone's kind of like children.
Yeah, I don't think this relationship, unless they can communicate better, I don't think it's working out very good for them, the way that they're acting, you know?
Yeah, and like, you know, if they, you know, talk it over some more and he's still on like, oh, this is why I want to fucking leave you, I'd be like, all right, then let's just split ways now. Then, like, this isn't gonna work. So, let's see what the poll was. It went away. Hold on. Let me view results. Yeah, 72% no, 19% of people said everyone sucks here, and then 9% said yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Alright, next one. Oh no, this was inappropriate. I don't have a Twitter account.
Spicy one.
I'm 69.
Yeah.
I don't have a Reddit account, so I will skip that one. Sorry, it looks really
Oh.
spicy.
You and me can wait. We can. Am I the asshole not splitting something 50-50 with my fiance? Rent.
Let me
How
see if
is
I can
that
find it
mature
on my
content?
phone really quick.
How is that mature content though? Not splitting rent.
I have no idea.
Weird.
Oh, I just had to click that.
Yay!
I thought I had to log in to confirm I was over 18. But then I was like, what happens if I click this? And then,
Boom.
boom. Not safe for work, you guys. Okay, everyone listening to this at work, it is not safe for work.
Ooh.
Okay, I think it's my turn to read now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the update's at the very top. Let's see. Okay, well, I guess I'll just read top to bottom. Well, it's in the middle of the story, though. Okay. I'll start right here. And then do the update at the top, because it feels like I think it starts right here. Okay.
Okay.
We live in a city where you need to have roommates if you don't make over $95,000 a year. I mean, I guess if it's really high cost of living, then I thought it was like a rule for a second. I'm like, no, you can't live alone if you don't make $95,000 a year. But no, I think it's just like high cost of living in this area. Anyhow, my fiance can fly off the handle pretty quickly. We had a roommate, not the best at all, but it's all we had. He made a mess of the kitchen every now and then and had smelly feet and would not Swiffer stuff I could tolerate. He had smelly feet and would not Swiffer?
Not Swiffer?
Do they mean like Swiffer dust? Like,
I think so.
you got
Maybe he
dusty,
didn't
smelly
clean.
feet? Take a Swiffer duster to your feet. That dust out of
That
there.
tickles. Oh, I'm getting tickly thinking about that.
Anyhow. Anyhow, my fiance flew off the handle one night because the roommate was drunk and talked about spiritual stuff and kept trying to talk. My fiance flipped out, told him to get the fuck out, and he would afford the place himself. And the roommate said to me, I'm moving out, I'm sorry, I can't live with your fiance. I've lived with so many different people, he's terrible. Now he expects me to pay 50% of the rent. He makes twice as much as I do, and I just started working again after being laid off about 2 months ago. I have savings, he doesn't. Rent is $2,800. I gave him $1,000 out of my savings earlier in April for May's rent and bills. He interpreted it as, oh, you didn't specify it was for rent. And he said he'd send it back to me, and I said keep it to use for rent bills, etc. He bought a new he bought a new compound bow? I don't know.
Bow, yeah. It's like a bow and like a bow and arrow, like compound bow.
Are you sure? It says hundreds of dollars in oil, paints, and canvases. Oh, it's unrelated. Unrelated. It's just a list of things. Okay. Okay. Big dummy. Okay. He bought.
No, you're not.
I was like, what the hell
You're
is
not
compound bow?
You're a cutie. Oh my god. You're so cute. I love you. You're so cute.
Thank
Okay.
you. No brain, only tacos, as I like to say. I just shoved so many
tacos.
Taco Bell tacos in my mouth that my brain is rotting.
Sounds amazing.
He bought a new compound bow, hundreds of dollars in oil, paints, and canvases, paid 2 times his truck payment, etc. Now, with May coming up, he is saying I'm an asshole for not giving him more money for rent and splitting it evenly, like an extra $1,400 for $2,400 total. I just started working 2 jobs, 7 days a week, over 50 hours, and still won't see the same money he's bringing in every month. My argument, I'm not even the reason my roommate left, you are, and you told the roommate you could afford it. Why do I need to split it evenly? I posted about roommate wanted, sent them his phone number because he wanted to screen them, and he didn't respond to them apparently. Also, I sent $1,000 earlier, and because I didn't specify, he blew it on hobbies he wants. When I told him, I love to do those too, but I'm focused on saving for a house, and to be financially stable to have those hobbies in my future. His argument, I didn't specify what the $1,000 was for, he's screwed. Okay, do you feel like anyone, even your spouse, would just give you $1,000 for fun?
no, it's pretty odd.
Yeah. Oh, I need to make a poll.
Oh yeah, the poll, and then we have to see how they like resolved it or whatever. My
Oh, yeah,
question
oh.
is this?
The
Are they just like?
updated
Are they
top.
just roommates, or are they? Is that the fiance? I'm confused.
So they had
Or husband?
Yeah, it's her fiance. They had a roommate, but the roommate thought that the fiance was so terrible that he moved out. And I guess like they had an argument with the fiance, and the fiance told the roommate to get the fuck out, and then
Right.
the roommate was like, your fiance's terrible. I'm sorry, I gotta leave. I guess he wasn't on the lease or something. I don't know. Because, I mean, if you're on the lease, you
Yeah.
can't leave. But I guess he wasn't on the lease, so I guess he was able to
I
just
mean-
get out.
So my opinion here is that if they were just roommates, like not like getting married or whatever, then it would kind of be expected that you should be splitting rent 50-50.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, you know, just because somebody makes less money than somebody else, it's not really fair to be like, oh, I pay less than you because I make less than you. But I mean, if you're gonna be marrying someone, that's kind of how relationships work. Like, you put in what you can, right? You do your best for each other. But
Yeah.
like, if your partner is in a place financially where maybe they won't be able to afford as much, why wouldn't you want to, you know, and you could afford more, like, it just, in that case, I think it makes more sense for him to pay a little bit more there, and at least until they get on their feet more. But like, the real question here is like, you know, the rent thing aside, this guy's just a fucking asshole. He's like, he
is.
sounds horrible. He's just an asshole in general.
Yeah,
right?
for the roommate to say, I've lived with a lot of different people, and he's one of the worst people I've met, says a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And like,
He just sounds like a horrible guy.
yeah, and like, she said, I gave him $1,000 out of my savings for rent and bills. I mean, and then he, you know, spent on all that crap. Like, I'm just like thinking, okay, okay, and then he blew the $1,000, and then it says he's screwed, quote unquote. Like, if he makes that much money, how is he fucking broke?
Yeah, and also, why did you spend the money then if you'd be screwed?
Yeah.
Like, it sounds to me like you didn't have the money to spend to begin with. Like, if you spent that $1,000 to buy yourself a bunch of expensive toys and stuff, and then you're like, oh shit, I needed that for rent. Well, like, that's just, why did you buy that? Like, you know, you're not in a position. I mean, everybody wants to buy nice things, but you gotta at least have a little bit of something, so just in case, right?
Yeah, and like, you know, if I was in
Yeah,
a
sorry.
relationship and my fiance gave me $1,000, you know, and we knew that we had to, you know, pay rent because our roommate just moved out. I don't know. I don't think my first thought would be, oh, I'm gonna blow it on all this shit I don't need.
Yeah, that's really strange.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Pizza
he
says-
knew, and he's trying to mess with her.
Yeah, I agree. Pizza says 50-50 shouldn't change because you're in a relationship. It's better to move to cheaper place or live in separate homes. I kind of disagree with you there because I think everyone's different. I think some people might want to have a relationship that way where everything's 50-50, but I think that it's totally fair to compromise and work on things that are the best for each other. I think it's, you know, but it's just my opinion. I just think that, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be. It would be ideally better to do it 50-50, but it just sounds to me like this person, like OP, is in a little bit of a pinch here. And also, they had an extra roommate
Yeah.
and things were fine, but then because that roommate left, things were not fine. So I just feel like the fiance should have given a little bit of room for adjustment there, you know, to like let
Yeah.
them get on their feet a little bit more, because why would you not want to do that for your partner? Like, it makes zero sense to me. I don't know.
I love chat. Someone was like, candy and strippers.
Yes!
Oh yeah, but also someone did make a good point that said, when you start a serious relationship, you need to sit down and talk about the money deal, all details,
Yeah.
including the long-term financial goals. Sounds like he's of the philosophy to just live life young, and she's planning for the future. neither is wrong or right, but it should have been something already discussed. Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like, so I'm not sure if you knew this, but statistically, right now, like divorce rate and stuff, it's like the highest it's ever been. And also communication scores, communication skills, sorry, are the lowest they've ever been.
Yes.
I feel like if you ever get to a serious relationship like this, like Silver 10th was saying, you need a clear communication of values. Like, how do you want, financial goals to work, like they were saying? Do you want to save up, plan for the future? Or do you just want to, like, kind of live life in the moment? Even stuff like, do we both want to work and, contribute to, like, daycare for a kid that we're possibly going to have? Or is one person going to stay home? All of that needs to be clearly communicated.
Yeah, it has to be communicated. And, if, like, in this case, okay, another red flag for me, my fiance can fly off the handle pretty quickly.
Yeah,
it sounds like this is a pattern, right? It sounds like it's a common occurrence.
He's got
for him to, like,
anger management
lose his
issues.
shit. Yeah, and the fact that he did, and like the roommate left because they were like, "Wow, this guy's really terrible. He doesn't sound like a great person to be with." But I also feel like, let's say, because somebody in chat earlier said, "Oh, you have to both contribute financially in a relationship." Yes, you do, but what
you
if?
gotta know what that looks like.
Exactly.
Does that look like
you
completely
gotta
split 50-50? Does that look like pay what you can? Or does it look like, stay-at-home wife, mom, whatever, and then your contribution is taking care of the house and kids? Like, some people have different values. You need to know if your partner has the same values as you.
Exactly. I agree with you. I think it's like, maybe what if you're financially not in a place where you could do like a 50-50, but if you can't contribute as much as your partner financially, well, maybe there's other ways you can contribute. You can prepare meals, you can keep the house tidy, you can there's other things that you can do to kind of it's all about compromising and communicating. And I don't think there's any problem with one partner not being able to quite afford as much as the other. I think that's why it's called partners. You're partners. You're supposed to be life partners. You're supposed to be putting in as much as you can for each other.
Yes.
Taking care of each other and compromising and communicating. So.
Yeah. Well, let's read the update.
Okay.
Update. We ended up having a conversation. He agreed he was in the wrong. Okay. Character development.
Oh, okay. That's good.
He acknowledged my savings account is not for paying where he faulted. He said he was sorry that he expected me to use my future house savings because he used the $1,000 to buy different items. I also forgot to add in the original post that he took multiple days off of work last month for personal days to be outside, which contributed to this. Sorry, I had caffeine come back up, or carbonation come back up. So
it's okay.
He told me he was financially fine. He is working on another job site on top of his current one in order to supplement his income. We had a long talk about discussing large purchases and prioritizing money where money is needed / saved. Good. That's what they really needed. He also acknowledged I had found 5+ choices of potential roommates and he turned them down, which added to the stress. I am going to be helping with groceries and we are working on his spending. For more info, he makes $90K and I make $30 to $35K. My savings is $20K and he has maybe $1K. Okay. I feel like it's a little bit uneven there, but
this
it sounds
is interesting.
Sounds like she's way more financially responsible than he is.
Right.
I've worked in social work my entire life, and it's taken me a long time to get my savings to where it is. Communication is important in relationships. Also, we're moving this summer to my grandfather's house, which he will have a job, and I will be going to medical school and working part-time. Thankfully, we will only have to pay for electric, water, and heat. Thanks for all the responses. Okay,
Wow.
well, it looks like things are looking up.
That's communication.
That's communication.
And
see how communication just, like, fixed
yeah,
everything?
communicating and compromising. Like, it's important. You gotta look after yourself, but you also have to look after your partner. And there's like somewhere where you can meet each other in the middle.
Yeah,
right.
they're moving to cheaper housing. I mean, I know I said that she looks more financially responsible. I mean, I don't know what he spends his money on, really. And, like, I mean, I would say, like, maybe he didn't have as much savings because he was paying more rent, but he wasn't paying more rent. Because I think that they all split it, you know, into equal thirds. That's what I got from it.
Yeah,
So,
it wasn't an issue until the roommate left. And then it was an issue. And then also they had 5 other potential roommates and he said no. So instead of just
so it's a
being like sucking
misunderstanding.
it up and you know, but at least they were able to work out some of the other things. And I think it's impressive that he was able to admit that he may have been wrong about some things. Takes a lot to admit that.
It does. I also think that maybe just how it is like right now with him flying off the handle pretty quickly, that needs to be sorted out. And if he is like, it just, looking at the numbers, it appears that he's not as financially responsible. I feel like they need to maybe set up some sort of financial plan, since they'll be living pretty cheaply at her grandfather's house, which is, kind of thanks to her because it's her grandfather, but of course thanks to the grandfather, but it's her grandfather, so you kind of have her grandfather to thank for that. So if they're gonna not be having to pay as much, they need to talk about stuff like, okay, now we need to save up for a house, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And
And
like,
Orange is so right too. Like, you shouldn't buy an apartment and if you can't afford it on your own, like, and you shouldn't do it if you have to rely on like somebody else to be there, you know?
yeah,
You might need to get something cheaper maybe. I don't know.
yeah, if you have roommates, you all need to be on the lease.
Yes.
So
yes.
they can't just up and leave you until your lease is up, at least. That could work against you, of course, if your roommates are terrible, and if like this guy, like their roommate, he left because the fiance was just so terrible. If he was on the lease, then he wouldn't have been able to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's like so many factors here that we don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So we can only go based on what they tell us, and based on what they tell us, I think that we have a pretty good,
Yeah, I feel like if
grasp
you
of
keep
it.
communicating like this, then the relationship can turn around for sure.
Yes, that was really good to hear.
Yeah.
I'm happy for them that they were able to like actually talk about it more,
Oh yeah, 100%. Anyway, I think the poll disappeared, but I'm pretty sure most people voted no. Okay.
No, they're not the asshole.
All right, Ellie, take it away.
Okay. Am I the asshole for wanting to use a room my girlfriend wants for just show and to keep unused despite it being inconvenient for everyone in the house? Me and my girlfriend just moved to a new house. There is 2 living spaces that we can use, but one room is extremely odd shaped, 8 feet wide and 20 feet long, with an absurdly big fireplace. One side of the room is a door wall, the other is a picture window, so there's no room for a TV. The other front living room is a 12 by 15 basic room with a new couch. I can't visualize that. That means nothing to me. I don't know what they're talking
vaguely
about.
visualize it. I can only measure the dimensions. I don't know what a picture window is. I'm not sure if that means something else or if it literally means a wall of windows. I'm not exactly sure.
Anyway, it's a room.
Yeah, it's a room.
Me and her children are screamed at if we sit in that room or lay on the couch in there. What? She wants the back oddly shaped room that is halfway painted to be the room everyone sits in. We've had numerous guests since we moved in that have all said it's illogical to make the long room the spot to entertain or just loaf around. Am I the asshole for telling her I'm not going to use the back room, that is just a couch and a poorly designed fireplace we don't use? I just got screamed at for laying on the couch because it's gone out dents in the cushions. What?
I don't know about this one. I don't understand what's going on.
It's got indents in the cushion. Okay, so she got pissed that he laid on the couch because there's indents. So she saw, okay, somebody laid on that couch. You're
Somebody
not
saw the
supposed
couch
to.
the audacity to
Yeah,
use what it's
no.
meant to do.
Oh my god, like OP is not the asshole here. Are you kidding me? Even the fact that she's like fucking yelling, well, we don't know this, but like this is what OP says. She's like yelling at them for using it is very odd to me.
Yeah. Someone in
Like,
chat
what's
said
the
a
big deal?
picture window is an especially large window with a view of outside that might be worth looking at.
Oh.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, sounds like the girlfriend needs to chill. I mean, I understand if you have a room that you prefer people to want to, like, this is my space that I want you all to hang out in. But like, at the end of the day, it's like, does it really matter? Like, and also,
This chick should
why
be a
can't they just-
momstagrammer.
yes. And like, why can't they use that room? Like, it's weird. She sounds
Have you ever
crazy.
seen like Instagram moms
No.
where I think it was on Reddit, some guy, I think it was like the r/true off my chest subreddit, he was talking
Okay.
about how his wife was a mom Instagram influencer, and she, you know, that was her living, and she made content with her and their kids and showing their house, like DIY stuff and I don't know, some bullshit. And he was like, this is fucking miserable because you can't touch anything in the house. It all has to be for show and perfect for Instagram. And the kids
That's
weren't even allowed
weird.
to play with their toys.
That's just weird. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's her stuff and she doesn't want people, like, I don't know.
I can't imagine
it's
like her kids weren't even like, according to this subreddit post I saw, the young children weren't allowed to play with the toys because it was just for display for Instagram.
okay, that's fucking gross.
is, yeah.
That's so weird. People are weird, man. Why are people so fucking weird?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really know what's going on. All I know is that like there's just a room that's not being used and they get yelled at
Yes.
for using it.
OP, you're not the asshole here. Your wife or whoever that is kind of crazy. So
Yeah. Anyway, that was just kind of whatever. So let's move on.
yeah, that was an interesting one.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, you're all
Ooh,
weird.
This might be good. This one looks like it'll be good.
Someone in my chat was like, again, women.
Women.
Bitches be
Oh
crazy
my
though.
God. Why do you have to be so fucking beautiful and sexy and perfect and talented and women, am I right?
Women, yeah.
Women,
Well,
oh
bitches
my
be
god, with
crazy.
their boobs.
There's women and then
their
there's bitches.
butts. And yeah, there's women and there's bitches.
But there's good bitches and bad bitches.
Yeah.
I'm a bad bitch.
Yeah! We
I'm
got
a
a couple
bad
of
bitch.
bad bitches over here.
Hell yeah.
And you can sit on our couch any day. But if I see an
yeah.
indent in it, oh, you're in trouble.
Oh no. No sir.
Yep. Jesus. Honestly, these stories just make me like happy that we're like normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say,
makes
this
me
makes
happy.
me
Yeah.
happy that my life is boring outside of Twitch
Yes,
and Twitter.
I know. It's like we don't have these problems because we're not fucking weirdos.
Yeah, we don't have
That's kinda
in-laws,
nice.
we don't have roommates. I actually don't know if you have roommates, but I don't have roommates anymore.
I have cats.
Yeah,
and a
I have
snake.
2 cats.
They're enough for me, honestly.
Same. Dude,
Yeah.
actually, like, Pudding, my cat Pudding, she's been, like, throwing up for, like, 2 days in a row now. And I gave her a bath, and
Oh, yeah?
she, like, licks herself constantly when her fur's wet. And she hates the blow dryer. She is absolutely terrified of it.
Oh.
If it's warm outside, I will just put her outside. She doesn't, like, roll around in the dirt or anything if she's wet. She just, like, sits in the sun and, you know, dries out
Aw.
and licks herself.
Cute.
So as long as it's not too cold outside, I'll just like put her outside after I give her a bath. But she threw up a hairball, and I was like, okay, well, she threw up a hairball, whatever. But then like she's kept throwing up, and I'm not really sure why. And it's not like the shampoo or anything, because I've used the same shampoo for months now.
Right.
She never had a problem until now, and it didn't matter if she just ate or didn't eat, you know, whatever. But I did notice that whenever she ate, she did just like throw up within like an hour. And so before
Did you take her to the vet?
I wanted to take her to the vet, but I had an idea. So when I did have roommates, one of my roommates did have 2 cats. She told me about how she has to exclusively feed her cats wet food because she told me about this thing that can happen with cats when they're adults. She's like, I don't know why it happens, but at some point there's a possibility your cat could just very suddenly become allergic to dry food.
Right.
And they can only eat wet food. So I was like, okay. I don't know, that just like randomly came back to me and I was like, I wonder if she like either has like a little stomach bug or whatever, or she became allergic to dry food all of a sudden. And like her meat just giving her a bath was just a coincidence or something. So I've been exclusively fed her wet food. Exclusively. And she has not thrown up. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that for like maybe a few days, maybe try a little bit of dry food to see if, you know, she reacts bad to it, because I'll give her wet food about half a can a day, just to keep her hydrated and healthy, and then overnight and like at dinner time, I'll give her a little bit dry food. But I mean, I hope if she's just suddenly allergic to dry food and not anything serious, but if she keeps throwing up, then yeah. I also have,
Just keep an eye.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on her. I also have Pretty Litter. I'm not sure if you ever heard of Pretty Litter.
I'm not sure. What's that?
So Pretty Litter, is silicone-based litter, and it changes color based on the health of your urine.
The pee.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, I mean, my cat since they go outside, normal is like yellow and orange. I think it's orange. And then like, there's other colors that can point to certain things. Sometimes for them it's yellow, sometimes for them it's blue, which points to alkalinity. However, I did take them to the vet for that, and the vet said that they don't have a UTI or anything. It's probably just something that they're eating outside. So to me, I consider yellow and blue/green, whatever, as normal for them. Somebody said, what about orange? I think yellow and orange are considered to be completely normal. I think that's what it is.
Yay!
But yeah, so I've been keeping an eye on the color as well. It's been blue and green and yellow, just all the fucking colors of the rainbow, except for like the bad ones. Like if it's red, you got a problem, you know.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on her for now. She's been doing fine ever since I've been only giving her wet food. So.
Good. Maybe it was just like a bit of an upset tummy or like fur or something.
Yeah, that's
But
that's what I was
keep
thinking.
an eye.
She's never actually, both Pudding and Shota, they never really throw up hairballs, like, cause I brush them, you know. But you know, like I said, she constantly licks herself when her fur is wet. Well, both of them do, but more so Pudding. And she, you know, threw up the hairball. I wonder if like, since she's never really done that before, I wonder if she did like just get an upset stomach from having to throw up a hairball. I don't know. I hope so.
Maybe.
Like I said, I'm just gonna keep an eye on her.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay. I know you're gonna take good care, so. And if they do, you can just bring them to the vet, and they'll be able to help out. You know.
Yeah, you know, if it doesn't work, then I'll just bring her to the vet. So. Anyway, is it my turn to read, or is it your turn to read?
I don't remember. I think it's your turn.
Okay. This is long. Okay.
I can read if you want me to, though.
I'll read it.
You got this.
Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for my in-laws' dinner? I need to get a poll going.
Yes, we want your opinions.
Why won't you work? It's still showing the previous poll. Go away.
Wah!
I want to make a new
You have
poll.
to refresh it.
I'm pressing every button. It says view results, end poll, and delete poll. Saying could not end poll, and then it says it cannot delete poll.
What? What the?
Pardon?
Excuse me? Did you refresh the chat? The poll is in limbo. Oh
Right?
no! What are we gonna do? Yeah, the poll is such a baka.
Okay, let me see if refreshing works. Okay, refreshing worked.
Pog.
Okay. So, this is a 37-year-old female. My husband, 40 male, and I are amateur foodies. We don't know anything about anything. Same. I don't know anything about anything.
Relatable. I know I like food.
Right? But we really enjoy good food and going new places. Same. I don't know anything about anything, but I like good food and going to fun new places.
Based.
We have a lifestyle that allows us to eat out whenever we like and live in an area.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's fucking atrocious in a good way.
Oh man.
We live in an area with lots of good food and unique restaurants. We also like to share our favorites, and so recently have begun inviting either my parents or his parents out with us. We take them out maybe once every 3 to 4 months. That's not that often. Not including celebrations. And because we invite, we always pay. This isn't the only time we see our parents. A few months ago, my in-laws invited us out to a restaurant we liked near their house. We hadn't ever been, and even though it wasn't a place we normally would have chosen, we figured it was their way of joining the fun and showing us something new like we had shown them. After dinner, my mother-in-law slid the bill over to my husband without looking at it. He looked surprised, but dinner wasn't expensive, so we paid it without saying anything. A few weeks later, my in-laws invited us out again and to a moderately expensive place we had taken them once before and did the same thing. I feel like I know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, while on a call with his mom, my husband mentioned that I had gotten an award at work. His mother immediately suggested we all go out to a very fancy restaurant nearby to celebrate. I quietly asked if we were going to have to pay for it, and my husband started glaring daggers at me. He ended the call quickly and called me rude. All the audacity.
Aw.
I told him I don't think we should have to pay every time his parents wanted to go out to dinner, and that they were using my award, which wasn't really a big deal at all, to get a fancy night out. He said we could afford it, and they couldn't. This is true. And I was an asshole for refusing to pay for them. Later, after he had spoken to his dad, he told me I had embarrassed his parents and made them feel like moochers. I think they kind of are.
I mean, that's what moochers do.
Yeah. They want an apology, and to make up for it, he said we should just take them out to the fancy restaurant they want. No pretense of celebrating my award this time.
Huh?
Okay. I mean, if you really want to celebrate her award, why not take her to a place she wants to go?
Yeah, it sounds like it's not about her at all.
Exactly.
It's very...
Am I the asshole? I don't feel like it's wrong to expect to not to pay when you're invited out. Because I know someone will ask, yes, in an attempt to resolve the fight with my husband, I suggested holding off on the fancy restaurant until their anniversary at the end of summer. They want to go now. Also, splitting the bill is apparently not an option, and suggesting that was rude, too. Edit. Many people do not understand that I did not attack my in-laws. The phone conversation between my husband and my in-laws happened in the other room. He walked into the room I was in and gave a brief rundown of the dinner plan from across the room, and I very quietly said, "Who's paying?" That's it. There was no public confrontation. Edit 2. Conversation was had. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but here are a few high points. 1. The in-laws did not hear my comment. They heard husband tell me the plan and then huff, and they asked what I said. He repeated it. He has apologized and we're good. 2. Husband has not been on board with paying for their invites this whole time, but felt backed into a corner and saying no. He made a good point. I didn't really fuss either. His responses were basically panic, and he admitted it probably wasn't the best way to handle it. He has apologized and we're good. Also, he thinks you guys are mean.
Welcome to Reddit.
Right? Everyone's like, oh, slightest bit of conflict, divorce.
I could just picture him being like, you guys are mean.
You guys are mean.
I don't like the internet. It scares me.
I love you!
Fancy dinner will be held until, I'm guessing held off, until their wedding anniversary later this year. The plan is to continue what we do, inviting them out periodically and covering the bill, but politely declining their invites for a bit. For new rule, conversations about plans happen offline. Hang the phone up, have a discussion, and then call back. We are both happy with our marriage and financial situation. We are keeping it. Y'all are wild. Alright, pulls up. What do you guys think?
I'm curious what everyone thinks about this one.
I mean, I feel like from the information we got from the update, this feels just kind of like a non-issue anymore.
Yeah.
Feels like it's been resolved now.
But even when it wasn't an issue, I personally do not think that OP is an asshole at all
No.
for asking that. Especially because it wasn't like in front of them. Like they didn't mean for like the parents to hear them ask. But I think it's perfectly fine to ask and be like, so who's paying? Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just because they have money. It's like, why should they always be expected to pay, especially when they weren't the ones who organized it? Right?
Yeah, I mean, some people have different perspectives of like, oh, if you're being, if we're celebrating you, then you're gonna be treated, and so you won't have to pay. But then some other people are like, oh no, we're all gonna be fair and even. You always pay, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it does feel kind of moochy to just like
Yeah. but
immediately be
if
like,
they-
let's go to this restaurant to celebrate your
Yes.
award. Like, oh, she wasn't like, oh, we should go out and celebrate, you know? Where do you want, what, you know, is there any place, like, you would want to, like, have dinner at, you know? To celebrate the award? No, it was that. I'd be like, let's go to this fancy restaurant that's really expensive to celebrate your small award. I guess it was, like, maybe, like, Employee of the Month or something like that. I don't know. She said it wasn't a big deal,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like, I've been promoted to CEO, guys. It was probably like, oh, you had like the most sales, or you're the employee of the month, or something small like that.
Yeah, I think like if it was me and I was in this situation and I had like the means and the funds to do so, I would have no problem paying for those meals because, especially because it says that the parents could not afford to do that kind of thing. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like they're your parents, right?
Yeah.
And I always want to take care of my parents, and if like I ever got married or whatever, my in-laws too. At the same time, it doesn't feel good to just be used for your money. Like that's like
Yeah.
not good either. Yeah. So I think it's one of those things where I don't think there was anything wrong with just asking, being like, "Are we paying again? Like, can they pay this time?" Especially when they were the ones who
Or
suggested
are they
it.
treating us, or, you know?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
feel like
kind of
that's an
like,
asshole
isn't
thing
it?
to ask.
No, definitely not. And I also think they are moochers for sure, but sometimes it's like family and like if you can afford it. Then...
I'm sorry, someone sent in a scream alert.
Oh God!
I'm like, why?
Why must you do this?
Why? So everyone's got their eardrums blown out.
Ah,
They're like, well, I'm awake now.
I wish I could get something else blown out.
Do you need help with
Huh?
that?
Yes. No hesitation. Zero hesitation. We can take turns.
Yeah.
Anyway. This one was a good one. I liked this one.
Yeah, I mean,
it's yeah.
it feels like it's resolved now, just from the update of like, okay,
Yeah,
let's just do
they
this
talked
going
about
forward.
it. Yeah, the pattern here, the theme here, everybody, is like a lot of problems in life can be solved by simply communicating about it. Wow, what a crazy thought that is.
Yeah.
No divorce.
No
Yeah, I love
divorce?
how the whole
Whoa.
internet wanted them to divorce, and they're like, "Whoa, what the heck, you guys?"
Reddit's insane, dude.
It is. Yeah, but that's why we love it.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. I got like a bunch of these lined up. I want to find the juicy ones.
Yeah, let's do one more. I gotta go soon, so maybe
yeah,
we can
yeah.
do one juicy one, and then
Yeah,
Little
one more.
skedaddle. Hell yeah. I mean, of course, you can keep going and do your thing, but I gotta go soon.
Okay. Well,
Even though I love you guys, you're all so cute.
aw, we love you too, Ellie. You're so
I love
beautiful
you.
and sexy.
You're
and
so beautiful and
I'll
perfect.
give you a
and
massage.
lovely. Oh, oh my God! Please, everyone needs to stop talking about the goddamn massage.
Thank you, Dolly Dead, for the
Listen!
orgasm.
Oh, orgasm.
Yeah.
Oh yes, please.
My sound
Anyway.
alerts is so funny. Yes, I have an orgasm sound alert.
Very
Okay,
perfect.
one more. One more.
Okay.
Do we have time for one more? Yes.
Yes. One more.
Okay, I think it's your turn this time.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not covering up my boobs when I saw my friend, her husband, and kids on holiday? Last
yeah.
week, I,
about
40
me.
female UK, no, Fifi, another one about you. Oh my God.
I know.
Went on holiday to Lanzarote.
I don't know where that is.
With husband Dan and 2 kids. I like how she just blatantly called out the husband, like just named him and everything.
Dan.
Dan's like scrolling Reddit and he's like, wait a minute. This sounds familiar. 14 girl, 10 boy. Independently, our friends Helen and Graham.
Helen and Graham.
This is such a like, okay, you could just tell this is like a boomer writing this because you're not supposed to like name the people.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be anonymous.
Yeah.
But okay. I love that. Okay. Helen and Graham were going to the same resort with their 2 girls, 9 and 7. We didn't make any formal plans to meet, but we said we might arrange dinner while we were there. One day, we were on the beach by the edge of the sea, paddling and playing bat and ball. I was topless. Hell yeah! I always go topless on holiday if local laws allow. I've done it since around. Yeah, oh, hell yeah. Nude beaches, baby, nude beaches. I've done it since around the age of 14. My mom and sisters did too. I know it's like
I thought you were saying you went to nude beaches from 14 onward.
Oh God. I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, what is going on here? I don't know what contentious means. Whatever. Issue, especially in the US where people can be very prudish, but it's just a totally normal non-sexual thing for me. In Europe, it's very common and there were lots of topless women on the beach that day. I'm anticipating certain questions here. No, I am not a nudist. No, I don't parade around naked at home in front of my kids or their friends. I just sunbathe topless on holidays and in my garden. The kids don't bat an eyelid, but if I got any inclination it was a problem for them, I likely wouldn't do it.
This is
Helen-
making me realize that I guess I have taken from my mom because my mom was always naked, even around my friends.
I mean, free the titty. Can we
You're
just
right.
all, like, I want to get to this point where we can walk around topless and it isn't a big deal. Like, you know, like, yes, boobs are great and yes, they can be very sexual, but they're also just a part of our bodies. And it'd be nice if we could just, like, walk around and exist without people being like, oh my God, a nipple. That's
Oh,
so, like,
fuck.
you know, like people,
The
like, when,
audacity.
like, I know, like a woman breastfeeding and people freak out. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's not, like, people are weird, man.
Right?
They're weird. Free the booba. Free
Yeah,
them.
and it's funny. Like I don't even like, you know, my mom would always be naked around the house, and like I had friends over, and they're like, "Yo, was your mom naked?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, she's naked." Like I didn't give a shit.
Your mom sounds awesome. And that's probably why you're so awesome, too.
Right? 2 peas in a pod.
Honestly, I love that, like, in other countries, like, they were mentioning, like, Europe and stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like I should move there because okay, and I lived in Japan for a while, and people, like, you could go to the bathhouse there, like, public onsen, and everybody's naked, and you could just walk around, and, like, ladies would just come up to me and, like, ask me if they could, like, touch my boobs. Because they were
Yeah.
like, oh, they look, like, different, you know? Like, they're like, I haven't seen boobie like that. So I'd be like, okay, and they'd be like, hunka, hunka, and I'd be like, cool. You know,
Everyone-
it's nothing weird.
Everyone in chat should go on Twitter and just tweet out hashtag free the booba. See if we can get it trending.
Free the booba!
Free the
Hashtag
booba.
free the booba. Yeah,
Yeah,
boobies are great.
I've been to Europe and, especially places like France, like, they don't give a shit if you're naked. I mean, hell, I've even been to Austin, Texas, and I've seen topless there people too. In the middle of summer, it's like 115 degrees. They're like, it's too fucking hot. I'm taking my shirt off, and there's just like topless people downtown.
I mean, if people can view bodies, like, okay, bodies can be very sexy. Like, we can be very sexy when we want to. But also, I wish people could just look at a pair of boobs and not just immediately be like, it's like, come on, like, calm down. Like, yes, they are very sexy, and yes, they're very nice, but it's also like, I wish I could just vibe and chill.
If I see boobies, I'm like, but for different reasons.
Yeah, it's like, internally, of course, we can all appreciate, but I just wish it wasn't people being like, oh my God, oh Jesus, oh my God, put that away. The audacity of having your tits out. It's like, shut up, Helen. Shut up, Graham. Yeah, Helen. Shut the fuck up, Helen. Okay. Helen and Graham's kids appeared unexpectedly and ran up to us. I looked around and Helen and Graham were there too. We greeted them. I gave each of them a kiss on the cheeks as I always do when I greet my friends. We stood and chatted while the kids played, but Helen seemed quiet. Her girls asked me to play bat and ball with them. I said yes, but Helen abruptly said they had to go. Kids were disappointed, but Dan suggested meeting them later for dinner. Graham accepted. Later, I got a text from Helen to cancel dinner. She was upset with me for not putting a top on when we saw them. Quote, would it have killed you to put your tits away when we arrived?
Put your tits away, madam.
She was angry that I'd kissed Graham while topless and that I was going to play bat and ball with her kids with my, quote, bare boobs swinging around. Later, her two... Free the booba! Her two girls were giggling about, quote, Sarah's massive wobbly boobs. But let's go, Sarah!
Hell yeah.
I love Sarah. She said she didn't want to see me that
boobs.
night. Yeah. Oh my God. Fifi, are you sure this isn't about you?
I mean, I will abstain from answering that question.
I just want to pause for a sec and say, kids, like children, they don't think anything is like sexual or weird about bodies. It's only when adults put that idea into their mind that it becomes a thing, if that makes sense. Kids are so innocent. Like, they can look at like a nude form and not be like, they can giggle about it because they're like, like swinging boobies. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
I
they're
mean, I
not
remember
gonna
when I was 3 years old and I was like, pee-pee. That's funny.
Yeah, it's like funny and stuff, but it's like, imagine if everybody was just really chill about it. Then there would be nothing weird about it. It's only weird because people make it weird, kind of.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I guess you have to play it a bit fair and say, like, there are, evil people out there, that would probably take advantage if, people were more relaxed, about that sort of thing,
Well, yeah,
so it's like,
and yeah.
You kind of have to, I mean, I do get what you're saying. I wish I could just be topless all the time. Believe me.
It's mostly just like a wish. It's like a wish that I have, but I recognize that it's not going to be possible. I know, and I wish it could be more possible because, it would be nice if we could just free the booba and that people wouldn't, be like, oh my God, that's the worst thing in the world. How dare you? And just be like, she's got her tits out. So what? But it's, I also respect that different people have different boundaries and comfort levels, and if you're in a public space, maybe you should consider what makes others comfortable, right? Like if it would make them feel a little bit more comfy to just put a top on and cover up, like why wouldn't you, right?
Like, for example, if it's a nude beach and you go to a nude beach and you're like, oh my gosh, boobies, then that's on you. Like, why are you surprised?
That's on you. But if you're like out and about in a public space that isn't like a nude beach area and you see that, then yeah, it would be kind of like, you'd kind of expect them to cover up. I really hope that one day we can get to a point where you might not have to do that, but where we are now, it's like we do have to, it goes back, like we have to coexist, so Okay, I was upset. I didn't think I'd done anything wrong, given that we were on a beach where loads of women had their boobs out. Okay, well then in that case, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? She didn't say that before, that she was, like, not
So
the
she
only
is at a
one.
nude beach or topless beach,
Sure,
whatever.
yeah, what the hell?
Come on.
Helen. Helen, you're an asshole. Helen's got booby jealousy, I think.
Oh
I think
yeah,
she's a little bit-
100%.
Yeah.
She a
it's like-
cardboard. She a piece of
Yeah, it's
cardboard.
like-
and then she's
if Helen, yeah.
she's big
if
and
she had-
voluptuous.
I know, but that's also another thing where it's just like, I wish we could just accept all booby as nice booby, you know? I think it's so shitty when people are like, oh, because you don't have big booba or because you have saggy tits or whatever,
Yeah.
that you're not beautiful. It's like, I don't know. I just wish we could just uplift each other more, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But,
Like I made a song called "The Church of Small Titty," so
we love small
we
titties.
love small titties. You hear that, you guys?
all titties.
We love small titties too.
We love titty. We love booba. I just think whatever body it is that you have, like, that's cool.
Exactly.
And yeah, and it just sounds shitty, like people being judgmental and stuff. It's yeah. We could talk about that all day though. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see here.
So
I didn't
for
have a
s-
chance to cover up. First I knew of their presence was when they were up close and had already seen I was topless. I'd have had to walk past them 50 feet up the beach to our towels to put on a top. It would have been like shutting the stable door after the horse had bolted. I replied that I was sorry she was upset and that I'd made her angry. Since getting home, I texted her again but have had no response. Dan has seen Graham, who said he wasn't upset about it. I bet he was.
Of course you want to be upset about it.
Graham is based! Let's go, Graham. We need more Grahams in the world. But he and Helen had argued after when she accused him of enjoying the view too much. Okay, so this is the real issue. This is why she's
Yeah.
angry, right?
She jelly.
Okay. Dan thinks I didn't do anything wrong. We weren't expecting to see them. There were other topless women their kids could giggle at, and for Graham to feast his eyes on it, that's what he really was doing. And by the way, neither of us think he was.
Oh, he totally was.
But-
Come on. But I mean,
But like, you
what's
know,
gonna happen
but maybe
when you put porn
Yeah.
in front of a guy? I mean, I'm not saying like
Yeah.
topless women are automatically porn, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, the other thing too is it's like if it's like your friend and you've never seen them like naked and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, those are your boobs. You might kind of be like, whoa, you know, you
Right?
might kind of ogle a little
Huh.
bit. Like if it was my friend, I'd be like, oh shit, that's your titties, nice. Okay, let's move on, right? But
Whoa.
whoa, it's your boobie, okay. But I'm sorry I've upset my friend and wonder if I'm an asshole. Am I the asshole? Edit. Wow, I didn't expect this amount of responses. I'm overwhelmed and appreciate all replies, whether, what does NTA or YTA mean?
Not the asshole or you're the
Oh,
asshole.
okay.
Yeah.
Couple of things that keep getting raised or asked. When I kissed Graham, I didn't pull him into a full hug. I leaned in from an angle and air kissed his cheek. My boobs didn't go anywhere near touching him. Apologies.
Sounds like
Apologies
she's
if I didn't
French.
clarify.
Because I mean, they do that.
Yeah, ditto their kids. I didn't contact them at all. They were mostly interested in seeing my kids, not me. The bat and ball game was a beach tennis game. Wooden bats, shaped like table tennis paddles, small rubber ball. Idea is to try and keep a rally going with your opponent. It would have meant a gentle back and forth tapping of the ball. Doubt it would have been too successful with two small kids, and I certainly wouldn't have been leaping around like Serena Williams. Some are calling it a topless beach. It was just a normal beach and specifically a topless, not specifically a topless one.
Oh.
In the
okay.
Canaries, you're allowed to sunbathe topless on beaches. Most people don't, but a lot do. Some have said Helen is jealous or insecure. I really don't know if that's the case. I think she's gorgeous and doesn't need to be. I'm certainly no supermodel. I just don't have any hangups about my body. She's smaller than me in that department, but I have no idea if that's an issue for her or not. It really shouldn't be. Thanks again. Damn, Sarah is based.
Right? Alright, polls up.
Yeah.
Chat. What's the
That's not the
what's
only poll
judgments?
that's up. Boobies, am I right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where the Canaries are, chat. Anyone who's better at geography than me, can you tell me what the Canaries are, or what was that?
Like the
Lanzarote,
Canary Islands, right?
whatever the fuck Lanzarote is. If that's a place in Europe, I am totally not surprised if that people are having nude beaches. Or
Yeah.
even if it's not like specified or designated. I mean, there's naked beaches everywhere in Europe.
Yeah. Dude, like, even the fact that she wasn't the only one, it's like,
Right?
you can't
She
really get
wasn't
mad
the-
at somebody.
She wasn't the only one. It was just like
Yeah.
a problem because she knew her personally.
And she wasn't
Hi, you.
expecting them to be there. Like, they're on vacation, they're on holiday, enjoying their private time. And then, you know, this other family came, and then they got all fucking mad at her. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I would say obvious, like, not the asshole. Like, if you're allowed to be topless at this beach and other people were topless, I mean, who gives a shit, really? Hashtag free the booba.
It does sound a little bit like jealousy or insecurity. It does, a little bit. But you know what? That's okay.
I think-
Like, these things happen, but I don't think that she should have... If you're uncomfortable with something, that's fair, but I still think you need to treat each other with respect and talk about it like adults and not, accuse someone and be like, oh, you're, you should be ashamed, because there should be no shame. I want to live in a world where there's no shame around having a body,
Yeah. And, like...
But I know it's not like that.
Yeah, and, like, I mean, I guess she was just kind of weirded out by her being topless. I like you said, I mean, she could have been insecure or jealous. She could not have been. We will never know because we can't read minds.
Yeah.
But I think probably what's more likely is because, like, they're friends, and she was naked in front of her husband. I mean, not naked, topless in front of her husband, and I guess that's like something that, even though other people were topless, because, like, she knew personally and her husband knows her personally, like, I guess she would feel uncomfortable if, like, her husband was gawking at her, like, if he was
Yeah.
very obviously gawking at her, it would be a different story, but yeah, they probably should have talked it out better.
Topless around her kids and husband. Okay, but my issue with that is that, like, they weren't even expecting to see them. Like, they were just lounging on the beach, and she said that she would have had to, like, go get her... I don't know. Her mind was that, well, they already saw it, so what's the problem?
Helen should have taken her top off to assert dominance.
Woo, yeah, let's go, Helen. I think that Helen is not in the wrong to feel uncomfortable about it and to maybe be like, hey, do you mind, like, putting a top on, like, around my kiddos? Like, I would appreciate that, or whatever. But, like, it's just how it was kind of handled, like,
yeah, I
on
mean,
both
if it
sides.
said something like, hey, well, I mean, even this wouldn't work because she said that there was other topless people there, so even what I was about to say probably wouldn't even work, because I was gonna say, like, hey, if you really wanted to, you could tell her, like, hey, I don't think my kids are mature enough to handle, like, seeing a topless woman, and would you mind just putting on a top on for now, because I don't think they're ready to be exposed to that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But again, if there are other topless people there, then even that wouldn't really be logically sound.
Yeah, but I do agree with you, Fifi, that I think it's because they know each other, because they're friends. I think
Yeah.
it just added that extra layer of awkwardness, because they're like, you just don't expect to see your friends, like, topless sometimes, like, and when it happens just all of a sudden, you might kind of expect them to, the first thing to, like, cover up a little. But if they don't, I personally don't think that that's a problem, because it's like, if they don't like it, then why would you go to a beach where people are topless?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Like, that's on them,
Like-
honestly.
Yeah, it's on you.
And, like-
It's really on them, yeah.
My friends can be topless around me. Got it.
Hell yeah, my friends can be topless around me too, but everybody has different levels of comfort and boundaries. But they went to a public place where lots of people were topless, so what did they expect?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. I mean, I can't judge somebody for being uncomfortable with breasts, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you can't. I mean, everyone has different opinions and preferences, and it's just how they are, and, like, it's not necessarily, like, a hurtful way of thinking. They're just somebody who's uncomfortable with breasts. I can't judge people for that. But it's like, okay,
Yeah.
if you go to a beach in Europe, you're gonna see topless people there.
Yeah.
100%.
And also, how are you gonna know people's comfort levels if they don't tell you? Like, Helen could have,
Yeah.
like, you know, pulled Sarah aside and just whispered to her and be like, hey, you know,
You're supposed to read
I'm
my
a little
fucking mind,
uncomfortable.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, just out of respect for each other, why wouldn't you just... And then,
Yeah.
and then the fact that she's, like, ghosting her after, it's like, as if she's, like, a bad person for doing that. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
Whatever, Sarah. You
I
live your
mean, I
life.
probably wouldn't have really cared for either side had not, like, the friends been ignoring her, like, right afterwards.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
she's not the asshole 100%.
Nope.
And
Nope.
then...
I don't even think that Helen is really that much of an asshole either, but I do think the way she's handling it after is kind of a little bit,
Yeah, I mean...
you know...
what are you gonna do when your kids, you know, start watching porno on the internet? You know, what are you gonna do?
Oh my god, boobies!
Boobies.
Oh, God.
Guys,
Not
Twitter,
boobies.
hashtag free the booba.
Yeah. And Gregory or Graham or whatever his name
Graham.
is, you know, he's got to give some special attention to Helen tonight, you know, just like,
Right?
let her know, you know, your boobs are my favorite boobs. Your booba, best booba.
Hell yeah. You heard me, bitch. Your booba is best booba. I don't care about
I
any other
love
woman's
your
booba,
booba.
only yours.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean,
Got it, bitch.
it's like we can all look and appreciate. Like I can fucking appreciate some like a nice pair of titties. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like
yeah.
if your partner is feeling insecure or feeling like they are less than because of somebody else, I just think it's like maybe I don't know. Maybe Graham could do something a little special for Helen.
Yeah, you know, just some reassurance to his wife.
Yeah.
Being like, hey, you know, I know
Yeah.
it kind of made you feel uncomfortable. And if it was
Yeah.
something to do with, like, me being around her, I just want to reassure you that I'm not attracted to her at all. I wasn't even looking at her. Something. Just to make her feel
Yeah.
better.
Graham was not the son. Graham, I'm pretty sure he was it was like Helen and Graham were the other couple. I
Yeah,
think.
he says, when I kissed Graham, I didn't pull him into a full hug. So yeah, it was the dad.
Yep,
And,
yep,
like,
yep.
I leaned in from an angle and air kissed his cheek. That is a straight European thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But I could see how people would be more uncomfy if you're like topless versus just normally. But to her, to Sarah, it was just like such a natural and normal thing. She's not uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
but Helen was. So it's kind of Helen's responsibility to communicate that, I think. In a nice way. Like you don't have to lose a friendship over some titties. Like come on.
So more of the story is hashtag free the booba.
Free the booba!
Free the booba.
Free 'em.
Yeah, 90% of people said that they're not the asshole.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
These are fun. Thank you so much for
Yeah, I have so
inviting me,
many
Kiki.
more.
Maybe you can have like another segment of this sometime.
Oh yeah, 100%. I will definitely save these for maybe another time. Maybe also look at some stuff from r/bad roommates, which you guys, I haven't even told you about the previous bad roommates I've had. Let me just say, do not be roommates with your friends. Unless you've seen them how they act at their own house. That's all I'm saying.
That is, yeah. Roommates is a tricky thing. It's hard to find ones that you really vibe with, so. But yeah, but thank you so much for having me. I gotta get going, but
Yeah.
I love you, and this is a lot of fun, so thank you.
Yes, thank you for even just being here. You know, I always love when, you know, when people spend their time to come into my streams with me.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm down anytime. If I'm available, I'm always down. I love hanging out with you.
Yeah. Okay, well, all right, Ellie, you go out to the world and you be beautiful, my queen.
I'll do my best. How do I turn off the thing? I guess I just closed YouTube Studio, right?
Yeah,
And it'll
just
go
close
away?
it out.
Okay.
Yeah, and your
All
model
right,
will go away.
thanks. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Smooches. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, bye, Ellie. Mwah.
Bye. Mwah.
She's gone. Okay, so that was fun. I think I picked some pretty good ones. I think there was only one of them that I was like, whatever about. So what'd you guys think? Did you guys enjoy that? I enjoyed it a lot, actually. Let's see. Let me get this poll out of here. Okay. Very fun being a council member. Exactly. Well, yeah, if you guys, I probably won't do it, of course, every Monday, but, you know, I wanted to switch it up a bit, because I, you know, usually do, like, try not to laugh challenges or reactions on Mondays, because, you know, it's a good laugh, but this is fun, you know? I mean, sometimes it could be, like, a slog when you see just, like, absolutely horrible people on these subreddit posts, and it's just like, I'm so disgusted by these awful people, but this is honestly very fun. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. Thank you again to Ellie, for coming out. She is very sexy and beautiful, big tittied. Man. No, you, Ellie. No, you. No, you don't get to Uno reverse card me. I Uno reverse card you. You can stack. Okay. Man, it's so fucking hot in here. I need to take my shirt off. I kind of had my shirt up to expose. Yeah, free the poop. Yes. I had my shirt up to where my boobies were out pretty much the whole time, cause it was getting a little hot down there, you know. I am now completely topless. Free the booba. So, how's everyone doing on this fine Monday? I haven't really looked at chat very much. I mean, just to look at, you know, just to look at some opinions on some of these posts. But yes, thank you to everyone who gave a sub. I see Toasty Cracker subbed with a Prime. Thank you very much. Very sexy. Everyone who subbed and donated is very sexy. Thank you for the bits. You guys are maniacs and psychos for the screams and orgasms you gave. That's very good. You finished your cosplay you've been working on since the beginning of the year? Hell yeah! Oh, Big T with the 10 gifted subs. Holy shit, you're so fucking sexy. Oh. Shit. Damn. You get a little booba slap. There. I don't know what the fuck that was. You got to meet OG Krillin, OG Bulma, and Dr. Genos, voice actors the other day? Where? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Is Dr. Genos from Dragon Ball as well? I don't really recognize that name. Hold on. Let me look up on Google. No, that was a booby slap. It wasn't a thigh slap. Went to the anime event in San Antonio. Awesome. Yeah, what's Dr. Genos from? I mean, I haven't seen all of Dragon Ball, so I don't know if... Oh, it's Dr. Gero? Yeah, Genos is from One Punch Man. That's why I was confused. Leader of the Red Ribbon Army. Does not ring a bell at all. If he's from Dragon Ball, I have not seen that plotline of Dragon Ball. The only Dragon Ball I've actually seen is some parts of Dragon Ball Z Kai, and then I've seen all of Dragon Ball Super. I know, guys. I have seen probably the worst, the lesser parts of Dragon Ball. He's from the Cell Saga. Oh, he made 17 and 18. Okay. Yeah, I've seen the Cell Saga episodes. Well, most of them. I just didn't know his name. Dragon Ball, yeah, Z without the filler. Yeah, I mean, that's all I see. You guys are gonna hate me. I actually dropped Dragon Ball Z Kai in the middle of the Cell Saga. And then I just, like, kind of read a very vague and reduced synopsis on, like, what happens for the rest of Dragon Ball Z. And then when Dragon Ball Super was coming out, I watched that weekly to the very end. Like, the entire thing. I watched that weekly. I think I remember, like, feeling at some point the Cell Saga was kind of dragging on a bit too long. Because I think I remember the exact point where I dropped Dragon Ball Z Kai. And that was when I think we had Perfect Cell, and then Goku was fighting him, and then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a bet with you and say that, my son, what's Goku's son's name again? Is it Goten? I believe it's Goten. He was like, I will make a bet with you that my kid can beat you. And then we're gonna hold Gohan. Yeah, Gohan. Who's Goten? Oh, is he his young? That's his second son, right? Yeah, it was definitely Gohan, his first son. Goten is second one? Okay, yeah. So, when Goku was like, we're gonna hold a tournament now, and I'm gonna make a bet that my kid can beat you, Cell. That's when I was like, ugh, I rolled my fucking eyes, and I dropped it, because I was like, you could literally have ended this arc right here, right now, and said you were like, no, sorry, next time, we're gonna hold a tournament now, even though we could beat you right now. And then, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it, and so I just dropped it, like, right at that point. And then the only other arc that I know that happened after that was, what was the name? Not King Boo, but, oh, what's the name? Yeah, Boo. Just Boo. Majin Buu. Yeah, thank you. I know, like, the whole Majin Buu arc happened, and I know vaguely about that, and that was, like, that was like the last arc of Dragon Ball Z, I believe. But I did not watch any of it. I know people really like it, but yeah, I just skipped straight to Super. Watch Dragon Ball Z A. What's Dragon Ball Z A? Goten? Never heard of him. Oh, abridged? I've seen the abridged. I've seen the abridged. I've seen all of Team 4 Star's abridged series. I've seen all of their Hellsing abridged. I've seen, all of Dragon Ball Z abridged. Although, I think, like, at some point, you know, it was stuff that I didn't watch, so I don't really remember it. Because, you know, I didn't know what was really going on. Because I didn't watch, like, the original, and so, like, the abridged episodes that were past the point where I dropped it, I don't really remember. But yeah, I also have seen all of, unless he's updated it within the past, like, year or so. Ew, no, not Dragon Ball GT, get the fuck out of here. I've seen the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series by Little Kuribo. That one's awesome. Hellsing Abridged is definitely my favorite. SAO Abridged? No, I did not see that one. Who made that? Who made SAO Abridged? Was it Little Kuribo or Team 4 Star? You activated my Alucard. Oh yeah, the Naruto Abridged series. That would have been a decades-long project if they had done it to the very end. Slap on Titan? I have not seen that. Maybe an idea for next Monday's community stream. Maybe I react to some of these abridged episodes. Because, I mean, I love, I always talk about the Snapcube Sonic Adventure fandom all the time. I absolutely loved abridged stuff. Did you watch Redo of Healer? I will abstain from answering that. Abridged Kirito. Okay. Okay. Alright, Laughing Alone. I will definitely watch Slap on Titan. I will relate to Abridged Mikasa on a spiritual level, as I can tell. Code Mint. I've seen Code Mint. Yeah, I have seen Code Mint. Although it's been so long, I need to watch it again. I don't remember it at all. But I did watch Code Mint. Of course, Laughing Alone. Of course. Who posted my news on Twitter.com? It was me. It was me, officer. The original SAO, I mean, I've seen majority of SAO. What was that new one that came out that was way better than the original SAO? It was, and that was made by a different guy. What was it called? 7 Deadly Schmucks. Okay, that's pretty funny. I miss my wife, Tails. I'll be back. Alicization? Yeah, that's the one. I've not seen that one, but I heard it's actually, like, way better. I don't know. There was, like, at some point where I just kind of lost interest in SAO, but I'm not the only one. I'm far from the only one that has that opinion. Dang, there's so many abridged series. My Hero Academia abridged? Man, so many things to watch. So many. I pissed on the moon, you idiot! Oh, it is the same guy? I thought it was a different guy. Light novel, okay. Yeah, I thought that Alicization was made by, like, wasn't it like the same writer as SAO, but the anime had a different director or something maybe? I don't know. Trapped in a game, adios. In Heiso no Grimgar. I think I've heard of that. I thought you were talking about a different anime for a second, but I think I've heard of that. I've never seen it though. What's that one isekai anime that's like, these people get isekai to another world, but like, they're not like the world-saving hero or anything. They get to the isekai to the other world, but they're not like super talented like isekai protagonists are, and they're just like poor and they have no fighting talent or anything. No, not Shield Hero. No, he becomes like, Shield Hero becomes like the most powerful dude of that whole group because he had to struggle his way to the top. No, not Konosuba. I mean, no, it's like a group of people, like a huge group of people get isekai to another world, and none of them really have any. I mean, I'm trying to find it. No, like they all. It's actually. Oh, I found it. Okay, this is. Wait, hold on. What was that anime that they? Because it has like either the same title or a different title as the one I'm talking about. Heiso no Grimgar. Yeah. Okay. Well, the one I'm talking about is Haito Ginso no Grimgar. Grimgar, Ashes, and Illusions is what it is in English. I'm not sure what Heiso no Grimgar, if that's the same one we're talking about, but I'm looking at my anime list, and the one I've been talking about is Haito Ginso no Grimgar. Are you speaking Sims? Yeah. No, yeah, Grimgar, Ashes, and Illusions. Yeah, no, it's just like a group of people. They all got isekai, but like they don't have any like special powers or anything. They're just like either average or, I mean, not especially strong, and they're all poor, you know, because they all just got thrown into a new place, you know. So it's actually pretty sad. But I've never seen it. No, I had to look that up because they typed in that. It had Grimgar in the title. I was like, wait, is it that one that I'm thinking of? Because the plot doesn't sound familiar. Like Grimgar of Ash. Well, I'm specifically going off of what my anime list says is the English title. Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash. Well, tomatoes, you know. Yeah. I've been, So, do you want to get your autograph of Jolene's voice actress? I actually already have some. I have, 2 autographs by Kira Buckland. I have a Jolene poster that's autographed by Kira Buckland. And I have a gorgeous 2B poster signed by Kira Buckland. Oh, actually, never mind. I actually have 3 of them. I have 2 Jolene posters signed by Kira Buckland. One about offline, and the other one I had her signed when I met her in person. Same with the 2B one. So yeah, I have 3 autographs of Kira Buckland. Yeah, 2B from Nier Automata. One of the best games ever. Man, that 2B poster I have is so good. I'm not even sure how I could find it. But it was when I was at WeebCon earlier this year, and she had this gorgeous 2B poster. I don't have the artist's name, no. They just had a table of posters and you just picked one up and she signed it. I have no idea how I could find it. I mean, I guess I could just take a picture of it, but I don't know. I'm just gonna see on the off chance I could find it on Google really quick. Also, did you guys know that Kira Buckland actually debuted as a VTuber? I followed her on Twitch like the day that she debuted. Let's see. Oh man, what's her Twitch name again? I'll find it in a second. I'm gonna see if I can't find this 2B poster I bought first. Found something that looks similar to that. I found it. Guys, I found it. Okay. Guys. Look at this gorgeous poster of 2B. Oh, well. Hold on. There we go. I have this poster of 2B signed by Kira Buckland. Isn't that just gorgeous? And it's like iridescent, or it's it has like a reflection on it too. And it's very like glossy. It's not a matte poster. I kind of prefer if it was, because I have like a light kind of shining on it, so you can always it has a glare on it from certain angles, but oh, that 2B poster's so gorgeous, dude. I saw it on the table at WeebCon. I was like, I have to have this. But yeah. Let me see if I can't find Kira Buckland's VTuber name. I think the only stream I've actually watched of her so far is her debut stream. Killer Coffee Queen. Is that? I mean, hold on. That's her Instagram name. I should probably just look on Twitch, yeah? Yeah, Kira Buckland, Twitch. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. Miss Ziggy Stardust. Official Twitch channel for voice actress Kira Buckland. Here she is. Yeah, I just randomly found out that Kira Buckland was gonna debut as a VTuber, and I thought that was kind of insane. I love Kira Buckland so much. Her VTuber avatar, VTuber model. I don't know why I always say avatar, but her VTuber model has pink hair. And I think it's really cute because when I met her at WeCon, she was wearing a pink wig. I'm like, and then I saw her VTuber model, having pink hair, and I was like, oh, she's so cute. So yeah, give her some love if you guys like 2B and JoJo's and she was nice in person. She's also in RWBY. Yeah. I've actually never seen the original RWBY. I know, like, I don't know, RWBY's got a very dedicated audience to the people who do like it, but I don't know. I've seen like some people. It's not even like the animation. I don't give a shit about the animation. If it's low budget but it's good, I don't give a fuck. But I've seen like some people discuss it about how like it's just kind of mid, not like good. And I was like, well, I don't think it's just. It didn't feel like worth my time to me. Unless any RWBY fans in the chat can really convince me to check it out for reals, then. Oh, bye, you. Aw. Put like an ice pack on your head. And eat something, girl. Go lay down. Rest. Rest, queen. Hope you feel better. You're imprisoned in the fandom and just want to see the conclusion. Yeah. I can kind of understand that feeling. Lost the spark after season 5. Yeah, see, I've seen people like say stuff like that. I'm like, okay, it doesn't really feel like I should invest all this time into watching it. I'm not sure exactly how long it would take to watch all of RWBY, but I have seen, people who are really into it, like very dedicated to it, so watch Overlord instead. I have seen Overlord. However, I did drop after season 2. I don't know, I know laughing alone, I know. Oh. Ah! Okay, sorry, I glitched. I had a glitch. Yeah, I don't know, after I watched to the end of season 2, and I don't know, I just didn't care anymore, and then when season 3 came around, I feel like season 2 was really fucking boring. Like, all I can remember from that season, really, is the reptiles. Like, reptiles, I get why they had to be there, but I really just didn't give a fuck. And so, I watched in the end of season 2, but should give season 3 a try. Season 3's peak. I don't know, maybe, if I have time. Yes, thank you. The reptiles did suck. Yeah, so you can understand. If season 2 is the worst season, yeah, of course I'm gonna drop it. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I know people like Overlord. And just kinda... I was like, nah. Season 4 is the first one without him. What do you mean without him? Who are you talking about? Like the main character? Yes, Albedo can sit on me. Same. You liked the lizards? Well, it's just FYI, you're in the very small minority of people. Oh, she's also signed Ijima? Interesting. Like, in the sub or dub? Oh, and sub? Oh, dub. Okay. I did watch Parasite the Maximum. That was a really good anime. Let's see. What's everyone watching this season, though? I've been watching, of course, Demon Slayer, Dr. Stone, okay, what? Let me get to my anime list, because, of course, I ask questions like that, and then I forget every anime that's existed. Oshinoko, Hell's Paradise, Magical Destroyers, Mashal. I would be watching Nier if it wasn't infinitely delayed. Ranking of Kings, Heavenly Delusion, and Vinland Saga. That's what I'm watching this season. Yamada-kun to level 999. I watched the first, 3 or 4 episodes of that, and it just stopped making sense to me. I didn't really like the romance they were going for, and so I dropped it. I didn't really understand why the main character in My Love from Yamada-kun was attracted to Yamada at all. They have zero chemistry. I don't know why they're trying to put them together. I mean, I know they're trying to do the, opposites attract. She's fluffy and bubbly. Yeah, he's hot, but he's also a piece of fucking paper in terms of personality. He's so blank, boring, flat, monotone. He has nothing interesting to say ever. He's hot, and he makes money because he's a professional gamer. That is literally all he has going for him. And that's fine if, she gets him to open up, and I understand it wouldn't happen overnight. But for her to be attracted to him as he is at the beginning, okay, yeah, she's making him open up throughout the episodes. I mean, I knew that they were going to head that way, but I think it would have been much more interesting if she's like, wow, this guy is boring. He can't keep a conversation with me at all. But we relate to each other because we play the same MMO. And he's, good at it, and he could teach me how to play, to be better. And also when they went, I think when I dropped it is when, whenever they have, the meeting at the cafe, and that, oh, what's their name? I don't know, the young girl who dresses like a lolly. She starts attacking the main character. Because she likes Yamada, and then she wants to kind of split up their friendship so she can have him all to herself. Dude, I fucking hated it. I'm sorry. I was like, nah. But it was mostly because I was like, why is Akane attracted to Yamada? He can literally never keep a conversation with anyone, ever, especially not her. She always talks to him, and then he's like, oh, okay, cool. And she just blank stares at him how does anyone get attracted to somebody who is so they can't, they don't bounce off each other at all? And it'd be fine if they just became friends, and then she got him to slowly open up, but I just got immediately turned off when she was like, oh, do I love Yamada? No, bitch! You can't keep a conversation with your bubbly personality. Like, there's just no way. I don't believe it. And I was like, no. And so I dropped Yamada-kun. Oh, thank you, Sir Duke, for the 2 months. That's very sexy, yeah? Yeah, and also, like, romance comedies, you know, and stuff, they make me feel, like, fluffy and happy in the beginning, because they're all cutesy. But then they do, like, cheap plots, like, oh, this chick is going to split up their friendship because she's jealous of it and she wants him all to herself. I don't know, I think that's, like, an overused kind of plot. And I was like, I don't fucking care. So I just dropped it. Yeah, rom-coms are boring, like, in general. Like, sometimes they, you know, I mean, they make you feel fluffy and happy, you know? It's like, oh, this is really cute. They're cute, but then, like, there's a plot. It's like, kind of an unpopular opinion, but I actually, kind of thought Toradora was a little bit mid. Everyone's gonna beat me up now. I liked Toradora, but I don't know, their romance, like, I didn't believe it. I didn't really believe it. It was decent. I don't think it was bad. I thought it was decent, but it could have been way better. Yeah, it's junk food anime. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I also, watched this anime. I think I watched it at like 2 times speed because I don't think I could have gotten through it otherwise. But there was this one rom-com that came out like a year ago called Bibliophile Princess, or like I'm not sure what the oh yeah, that is the English name. Dude, that was just straight up fucking bad. And, like, I'm not the only one. I think the average rating on my anime list for Bibliophile... Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. For Bibliophile... Whatever. That shit. The average score on my anime list for that one is, like, a 6.7 or something like that. Like, it's not really highly regarded. And that one was just fucking boring. But it was cutesy in the beginning, and so I liked it at first. Yeah, she loves books. At first they said this thing of like, oh, she's gonna be the prince's fake fiance because, he's getting pestered to marry somebody, and he's like, I'll just have you just be my fake fiance for right now, and then I'll actually choose a wife later on, and it'll benefit you, because you get access to the royal library, and she just reads all day long. And so it was like a win-win. But then, you know, of course the prince always secretly liked her, you know, whatever. But then, like, it's just a plot, it was like snooze fest. Nothing ever fucking happened. Nothing. Alright, later Vexby. I did watch The Case of Vanitas. I did like that anime a lot, actually. It kind of fell in the middle, but I am fully caught up with Case of Vanitas. Also, somebody asked me about Kaguya-sama. I love Kaguya-sama. That is a rom-com done right, people. One of the best animes I've seen. Yeah, I do really like Case of Vanitas. Although, like, I will say, some parts are a little bit boring. Just a little bit. Like, not straight up the anime's boring, but I feel like it moves a little bit slow. That's what I think what I'm trying to say. I know, I have all the unpopular opinions. But I did watch it all the way through because I do really like it. I am like, what's kind of keeping me hooked in the show is the fact that I'm not sure if this is a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure they state plainly in the show that that Vanitas gets killed by the main character at some point. I'm pretty sure that the main character himself says, oh, because I think the whole anime is a flashback. He's like, oh, this is how I came to kill my best friend or whatever, and it's Vanitas. Thank you, Osmosis Jones, for the Prime. I've never seen Osmosis Jones. For penis? Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, someone tricked you into watching Hetalia? Man, I've seen a couple episodes of Hetalia. That was like when I was in high school. And I never really watched anime in high school, but I became interested in anime, and the kids in the anime club suggested that, you know, to introduce me to anime, I should watch Hetalia. And they watched it with me for the first 3 episodes, and then, you know, expecting for me to continue it on my own at some point. And then I watched like maybe the first 2 episodes, and I was like, I'm done. And like, I wasn't that interested in anime at that point, so I didn't really care to. Yeah. Anyway, guys, what should I eat for dinner? I'm getting hungry. But also, you guys should really watch Magical Destroyers. All I'm gonna say is, punk magical girl. That's all you gotta know. You should watch that show. Tacos, ass, pussy, booba, burger, hamburger. Burritos from Punk Tacos. Is that a real store, or did you just make that up? Dick, maybe? Well, that's for dessert. What destroyers? Magical Destroyers. I believe it's on Crunchyroll. Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. Let me just show you guys. Let me just show you. Real quick. One, it has like one of the best anime openings of all time. And I say that with confidence. But yeah. Look at them. Look at these awesome magical girls. The middle one is, her name is Anarchy. She's a punk magical girl. And she's insane. The one on the left is blue, the one on the right is pink. Like, that's their actual names. Not just that they're blue and pink, but no, that's their names. I really want to cosplay Anarchy, actually. I just think Anarchy being a punk magical girl is, like, just way too awesome. It's way too awesome. There's only 8 episodes. Do you mean, like, that's how many episodes are gonna be in season 1 in total? Because, like, it's still, it's like, one of this season's anime. It's currently airing right now. Guys, take Anarchy visually, and then take Blue's personality, and you just have me. Blue is unbearably horny all the time. Like, she'll get tied up with a rope and just orgasm. She's so good. Like, they find, like, at the beginning of the anime, they had to rescue her because she got kidnapped. And then you find out she got kidnapped and did not try to escape because she liked bondage that she was in. Oh. Well, yeah. Yeah, the season will have 12 episodes. There's 8 episodes out right now. Okay. Stretch. Alright guys, well, I will have pizza, hamburger, dick, and pussy and booba for dinner. So I'm gonna go eat now, fill my tummy, and feel something else. Okay, let's find somebody to raid. Who's on? Who's online? Are you guys gonna go over to Joel? Playing Halo of all things. Alright. Alrighty then. I am preparing the army to invade. Remember guys, hashtag free the booba. And make sure Joel knows too. Okay, tell Joel free the booba. Later.